I know him, even though he doesn't say this line, I know as the mommy and my daddy predator. But he's a Subway sandwich worker, if I remember rightly. It's going to be interesting. All right, let's go.
Not all the predators I catch are interested in young girls. Some, like this guy in the bright orange shorts, lust for young boys.
And some predators don't care what gender it is. There was it a Criminal Minds episode? But quite a few Criminal Minds episodes are actually based on real life criminal cases. Yes, they probably have a preference, but they don't care. They'll take any child. When will that door ever be fixed?
How you doing today?
And on this sunny autumn day,
My house is your house.
he's coming to meet a boy who he thinks just turned 13.
Now, I know some kids look at Finn Wolfhard from the age of like 12 to 16. He shot the fuck up. But he looks minimum 23 years old. What were they thinking with this actor? Seriously.
He's coming to meet a boy who he thinks just turned 13.
13! 13! They've had some pretty good actors in previous TCAPs. 13! You'd be lucky if he'd expect that guy's 18, let alone 13. Like, what? I can't believe they thought they were going to get away with that.
Want a water or something?
His name is Jesse Velez.
Jesse Velez. Let's have a look and see if there was anything prior. Okay, so 1 year prior to the arresting, he held the position of a store owner at Mobile Express in Bridgeport, Connecticut. During that time, the store experienced a break-in around midnight. Despite Velez having installed a motion detector, it strangely failed to function. Oh, possibly in on it. Either that or he forgot to turn it on the night before. While the thief was pilfering items, a police car with flashing lights passed by the store. Surprisingly, just 4 hours later, the same individual returned and successfully made off with over 24 smartphones and tablets worth $3,200 in total. However, this time the motion detector activated and alerted the authorities. That's weird. So motion detector wasn't on and then it was on, so that he definitely didn't forget to turn that off then, because it wouldn't have just turned on randomly.
He's engaged.
Don't you fucking hate when people who are engaged hit up other people? Because if you're engaged, especially if you're the one who asked the person to marry you, where do you get off talking to other people, especially sexually? Because you should be incredibly in love with that person. There was this TCAP sting in one of the earlier seasons, and the guy had literally been married like the day before or something. How? What's the point of fucking getting engaged or married if you're still looking at other people? Unless you've got an open marriage or an open engagement, obviously, that's fine. We're not fine to look, obviously, and talking to 13-year-old kids. But what I'm talking about is talking to other people in general. I would never understand that. What's the point of getting engaged? Is it just pressure?
And he's a general manager at a major sandwich shop chain.
Subway. Maybe he got fired from the phone job because they suspected he was involved.
It's kind of nervous.
I wonder if he's nervous because he clearly isn't in a room with a 13-year-old and therefore assumes it might be a sting.
The Fairfield cops coordinate the sting operation with the predator watchdog group Tetrad Corps. Tetrad posted a pic of a real 13-year-old boy on social media.
How do they get consent? Do they have to ask the parents for consent? I still don't understand that. They never explain it. And I appreciate it's not like sexualized images of the 13-year-olds, but you're utilizing those photos to attract predators. Predators are going to see those photos of your children. That makes me uncomfortable. Not that I want kids, but I wouldn't want my kids used in that way. That's why a lot of people don't post photos of their children unless they're in like secured chats and things like that, because they will never post them online because they're so worried about predators getting a hold of them.
Within 20 minutes, Velez contacts the boy we're calling Jason.
20 minutes!
You okay that I'm younger?
Yes.
Like 13 years old younger? LOL?
Never chilled with a young guy before.
I would hope not. I would really hope not. This is a profile on Grindr, by the way. This is, as far as I'm aware, similar to Tinder, where it's literally just for hookups. I know Tinder wasn't originally for just hookups, but the reputation is it's for hookups. How are you going to hit up a 13-year-old on a website? Clearly weren't just going to hang out if you were on a hookup website scrolling for 13-year-olds.
Velez describes in graphic detail the sex acts he wants to perform.
He knew it was a 13-year-old and then tells graphic detail of what he wants to do. That is clear intent. I don't understand how they think they can get round this. Like, where? Within 20 minutes, you said everything you want to do to fuck this kid. I hope he got a long fucking sentence.
He even sent a pic of his private parts.
I forgot about that. I'm surprised he didn't ask for one. Jesus, 20 minutes. Told him what he wants to do and sent him a dick pic, which I guarantee he didn't ask for. Why do people feel the need to send unsolicited dick pics? I will never understand. Genitals are not that pretty. Don't send them. Someone asks for it. You only need one. You don't need to send multiple. If they don't ask for it, don't send it. But
if that isn't shocking enough, what he asks for next will make you sick.
Come live with me, LOL.
What, come live with him and his fiancée? How'd that even come up in conversation?
How are you gonna explain a 12-year-old kid living with you?
I won't. No one won't find out.
That doesn't sound like a serial killer. What was that guy that had a young girl locked in his basement? Having the balls to say that out loud.
And asked the boy to send him nude photos.
He asked the kid to send nude photos. He asked the 13-year-old kid to send him nude photos of himself to this. So he was asking for child pornography. He was soliciting child pornography. Wait, what does the rest of this say? Not a good idea. Let's wait till he goes out of town. I don't want to get busted. Okay, sorry, he means blank. Come live with me. Laugh out loud. Yeah, right. Yes, you're kidding, right? No. How are you going to explain a 12-year-old kid living with you? I won't know and won't find out. I'll say I'm taking care of you, nothing sexual. Wink, as if to say it would be sexual. But if things get bad, it's good to know I've got a place to go. Yes, you do. Yeah, nothing sexual, lol. Send more pics of you. This predator appears, when you see him, to be one of the least vile. You would assume, if you saw him on the street, if you talked to him, that he wasn't a bad guy. That he can almost persuade you that he's not a bad guy. But when you really break down the context of the fact that he's asked for nude photos from the underage kid that he already knows is underage, he's told him all the sexual acts he wants to do to him. He's sent him a dick pic. He's offered for him inappropriately to live with him so that he can do as many sexual acts basically as he wants. I just don't understand how you rationalise this. This video's got nothing, 23 million, nothing close to what Jeff Sokol or John DePay or anyone else like that has got it. But he is vile.
Velez doesn't know it, but there's no kid on the other end of the smartphone.
Thank fuck. Can you imagine? Can you imagine there actually being a 12, 13-year-old kid on the end of this where he sent a dick pic and like sexually told him what he wants to do and offered for them to live with him so that he can do those sexual things to him whenever and asked for nude photos in return? That child would be completely traumatized.
In our control room, Lori receives word that Velez wants to nail down a date.
I bet he does. It's only been 20 minutes.
He says, let's get lunch, my treat. I said, okay, when? He said, in a few.
So he wants to go out for lunch with a 13-year-old. How's that going to look? He can't even really get away with people assuming it's his. What are you doing?
She briefs our on-site decoy, a 19-year-old drama student.
Honey, he doesn't look 19. He lied to you. This is like, you remember in Friends where Joey tried to play like someone in college or something?
Sup?
It's giving that.
You hungry?
Yeah, I'm fucking starving.
Where do you want to go? Doesn't matter to me. I'm not really hungry, I just ate.
Oh, so you don't want to go out with your 13-year-old on a lunch date anymore because he doesn't actually look 13? Does it put you off that he might be older? Is that not your type?
So you want to stay here? No, not really. You don't want to stay here? What do you want to do after? Hang out? No. Netflix? Chill?
Oh, all of a sudden it's no. What happened to the guy that wanted to do all these sexual things, this 13-year-old? What happened to him? He seems to have left the building.
This is going to be a weird question, but you have your ID on you.
For one thing, what fucking 13-year-old has ID? Second, why are you so worried about this kid's ID? Is it because you think you're going to get caught, or is it because you don't want this person to be older? Because surely it'd be better for you if they were 19, you know, of age. That'd be much better for you than hitting it off with a 13-year-old, I would have thought. But what do I know?
Who lives here? Who lives here? Well, I live here. Me, my mommy, and my daddy.
How are those improvisation classes going, hon? That is one of the really awful improvised lines. No shade to this actor. I'm not trying to be shitty to him or anything. Like, they put themselves in difficult positions, but like, I'm not even sure a 13-year-old would say that.
Uh-oh. Velez looks straight at one of our hidden cameras.
He likely probably didn't even know what he saw.
The decoy moves into distraction mode.
If this is what you call distraction mode.
Did you want to come look at this? This right here. This is my dad made this. Oh, he did? Yeah.
This reminds me of conversations I have on fucking dating apps where it's like, it's so hard to make conversation because nothing of real context is said where you can actually make conversation. Like, what was that?
Pretty cool. Want to come look at it?
He doesn't have the Chris Hansen effect to get the guy to come take a seat.
What Velez doesn't realize is that he's being moved into position for what will be the surprise of his life.
Hey, what's happening?
They cut that out. I would love to know what happened there. Maybe it was the guy realising or saying something along the lines of like, it's a sting operation. Or maybe like Tetrad Core realised this isn't going well, Chris, just get out there. They don't normally cut out that interaction.
Nothing.
What was your plan today?
Nothing, actually. Just to hang out.
Those are some bright ass fucking shorts.
Just to hang out.
Yeah.
With a 13-year-old boy.
Nods in affirmation. Yeah, he was disappointed when it was a 19-year-old fucking theatre kid.
You sent a picture of your private parts.
No, I did it. I did?
Yes.
Ugh.
After you'd already said all these sexual fucking things to them too, so don't fucking play that bullshit.
I didn't mean to do that.
That's what they all say.
I was
You've been
just
chatting with him on and off for weeks.
Oh, so we're talking for weeks, but it was 20 minutes into creating the Grindr profile that he hit a 13-year-old up.
Yeah, I used to chat with like, random people on and off. I'd hang out with them. No, nothing's really sexual, to be honest.
No one goes on Grindr just for mates. Unless Grindr has a bit like Bumble has like a friend option where you can literally just meet people who have similar interests so you can, you know, find friendships. Unless Grindr has that, which you clearly weren't on that setting. Yeah, no you weren't. Fucking liar.
Nothing sexual.
No.
Then what about all those sexual texts and him coming to live with you? What about that? You can't say every single one of those fucking text messages was a mistake. Oh, sorry, I sent it to the wrong person. All of them?
What's this then?
Let me see.
I didn't even bother to print these ones out. It's all on the phone.
Oh my god, I did not know I even sent that. Ugh. Yeah, I did not know that.
Ew is right. Yeah, ew. Ew. You sent sexual stuff to a 13-year-old fucking kid. It is ew.
Who was right?
Yeah, usually when I send a picture, like I have a bunch of pictures of me.
Right.
So I must have hit that.
No one has their dick pics just out and about. You hide them. If you don't, what are you doing with your life?
But I didn't really know why.
So this was just one big mistake.
Yeah, I pretty much, yeah.
So you had a picture of yourself out and about town,
Because usually,
driving a car.
Yeah, like usually
and
I
then the
meet-
penis pic. Oh, by mistake I hit the penis pic.
Have you ever worried about that? I've always thought about that when guys send those sort of things unsolicited. Like, what happens if you accidentally send it to the wrong person? What if like you're talking to that person, someone else texts you, and then when you go to send it, you accidentally send it to the wrong person because that was the last person you talked to? I would have such anxiety.
I would even say like something afterwards, but I didn't even know I really sent that, to be honest.
What is for?
Honestly, I know it's for hookup.
Yes, it is for hookups. So why are you talking to a 13-year-old fucking kid on a hookup app? Seriously. If it's for nothing sexual.
But I'm not all for that. I don't just meet people randomly and just start having sex with random people. That's not what I do. I just like to have company with me.
If it was just about company, then why were you talking about sexual stuff constantly? If that was genuinely what it was, why were you constantly talking about sexual stuff? Can't be both.
I never really had friends when I was younger.
Right.
So I like to hang out with people, you know, you can get to know them a little bit. You know, that's about it. You know, I meet people from either 13, 17, 18.
That's still inappropriate. I don't think you should be 28 talking to 17-year-olds. I know this was the first time talking to someone 13, apparently, in these messages. But why the fuck are you talking to someone who's 17? Again, not related to you. An app that's known for hookups as a friend. Why are you trying to be friends with a 17-year-old?
30, even to their 40.
Sure, go fuck 30 to 40-year-olds. That's absolutely fine. That's consensual as long as they agree to do it. That's consent. Don't do it with a 13-year-old. Don't send dick pics to a 13-year-old. Don't send sexual texts to a 13-year-old. Don't offer for a 13-year-old to come live with you.
Just to meet people and talk to them.
And how old are you?
I'm actually 27.
Not true. At the time of our confrontation, Velez had just turned 28.
I guarantee you just forgot. Majority of the time, I actually start calling myself my next age before I even get to that birthday. Like, for example, I will start saying I'm 34 and get into the mental headspace of being 34 before I even actually turn 34. But some people who don't celebrate their birthdays just forget. It was, you know, probably a few months, Chris. I don't think it's that big a deal.
But you see how this looks for you to come over and visit
I know,
that 13-year-old boy after you sent him a picture.
What about all the other fucking messages? Why don't you ask him about those? Even if the photo was accidental, what about all the other ones? What about all those other text messages? What about offering for him to live with him? I'd love for you to ask about that.
Even when I came, even when I parked there, I was just like, oh, this is. Even when I sat there, I was like, yeah, this person I did, like met someone at someone's house.
This person might actually be older than I thought. Oh, that, you know, that's a bit gross.
I felt kind of nervous when coming to a house. Could you just say, what's me at a public place so it's more safer for me?
Then what stopped you? Is it just because the kid was 13 years old and therefore it might be hard for them to get to a public place, or it might be weird that you're meeting a 13-year-old in a public place? You know, people might think you're creepy.
When I came, I actually turned and parked at that park for a while. I was like, I should not be going to this person's house.
But you did it.
Yeah, I did.
Why did you do it then?
It's the first time for me.
But you just said that you meet people 17 plus, so like, it's not the first time, is it? It might be the first time at a house, but then if you were that worried, why did you agree to go to the house? Just don't. Hit someone else up. I don't get it.
I never went to someone's house.
You know, I hear that all the time.
Yeah, because predators are fucking liars.
Yeah.
It's my first time.
I'm sure.
And
you
I
have.
doubt that all the people who tell me it's their first time are telling the truth.
This is honest to death.
Let's hope it was. It's impossible to know.
So you're the first honest guy I've ever found.
This is the first
Coming
time.
to visit a 13-year-old boy.
This is the first time I met a young person that age. It's the first time ever in history.
Why did you feel the need to do it now then? If that's true, why now? Why not any of the other people of age on the app? That was a fucking choice. I say like, oh, I made a mistake. No, you made a choice. You made a fucking choice. And you went down that road for weeks and then turned up at the fucking kid's house.
There's nothing sexual was going to happen anyway from the get-go.
After you sent him a picture.
And I didn't realize I sent that.
What about all the other sexual fucking texts?
Even when we were chatting, I never said, oh, hey, do you want to have sex?
No, but you asked him if it was top or bottom.
But if you were his parents, are you going to be comfortable?
I have a 16-year-old friend.
I thought you just said hadn't met anyone young. And all of a sudden, oh, I have a 16-year-old friend. You're 28. Why do you have a friend who's 16 unless it's fucking inappropriate? I hope the police looked into that because, like, poor child. Oh my god.
That's a pretty big age gap.
It is. But,
at this stage.
But you know what? But there's nothing wrong with that.
There is a lot wrong with that. A lot wrong with that. It's inappropriate. What the fuck do you have to talk to with a 16-year-old when you're 28? You're a manager at a Subway store. Are you just giving him sandwiches? You shouldn't be friends.
Because to be honest, I have friends that are 16 to 30. We all hang out. No, there's no drugs involved.
16 through 30 and you all hang out. They all just normalise their behaviour so much. In America, I'm pretty sure you have to be 18. Like, UK, it's 16 is the age of consent for 16-year-olds to have sex with each other, but fucking some predators think it's okay to have sex with them. My point is, like, I'm pretty sure in most states in America it's 18 minimum. So, like, how is he normalising this language, this behaviour? A whole group of them take advantage of 16-year-olds. And there's no drugs involved. Like, we'll just take your word for that, shall we? Considering you started off saying that you didn't talk to young people before.
I don't do any drugs, but we all just conversate. I mean, there's so many similarities from all different people. It doesn't matter about age to me. You know, some people look at it as more like a pedophile thing.
I can't understand what he's trying to say, but it is a pedophile thing. That's all I'm going to say. Because he's just stumbling all over his fucking words, because it is a pedophile thing. There's a reason why there's a guy standing in front of you interviewing you right now. Because it's a pedophile thing.
I think that, but that's not what I am. You know, I don't go around looking for, 10-year-old, 13-year-old.
Chris literally doesn't even have to say anything. This guy is just word vomiting. You may not look for 13-year-olds, but you sure as shit hit them up.
Something told me don't walk through that door. I swear something told me do not.
Why'd you do it?
They all know better, apparently. Don't walk through the door. Is that because it was a 13-year-old, or was it because you just didn't want to get in trouble? You didn't want to traumatise a 13-year-old, or you just didn't want to get put in prison? Which one? I feel like it's more about you than it was about traumatising a fucking 13-year-old. But you sure as shit apparently don't mind doing it to 16-year-olds.
I don't know. I wasn't going to walk through that door. I really wasn't. Thank you for this actual experience, actually, because it's pretty interesting, actually.
This isn't for your benefit. This is for everyone else's. They know that you're a creep and that you can be put on the sex offender registry. They can put you in prison for a number of years for soliciting nudes and sending sexual text messages and a dick pic to a 13-year-old.
Conversate, it's nothing really sexual out of the ordinary.
Nothing really sexual, meaning there will be at least some sexual nature to it. The way people phrase sentences, especially in situations like this, can be very telling. and nothing really sexual. If really wasn't there, nothing sexual, I still wouldn't have believed it, but nothing really sexual means there would have been some.
Do you live by yourself?
No, I live with my 3 dogs.
Is that another word for a fiance?
We've been running an investigation
Okay.
called Hansen versus Predator.
Okay.
And I'm Chris Hansen.
Okay.
He hates when people don't recognize him.
You've walked into it.
Okay.
So
Just surrounding him with cameras.
if there's anything else you want people to know.
I'm not,
You're not what, a pedophile? Because I beg to differ.
I'll just see little kids. I'm not. That's not who I am. That's not who I am. Honestly. That's not who I am.
Then how comes you admitted to the fact that you have relationships with 16-year-olds with a group of people up to 30 all together? This isn't exactly out of the ordinary for you, is it?
That's not me.
I love how he's trying to cover his face. I've got cameras on both sides of you. That's not going to do shit for the other camera on the other side.
Can you take the cameras off me, please?
I can't at this point.
Can I leave?
You can leave right out there.
Okay. This is very awkward and very embarrassing for me.
It's always about them, isn't it? It's so always about them. It's so exhausting. Oh, it's embarrassing for you to be found out to have been talking and sending sexual messages and photos to a 13-year-old. Oh, it's really embarrassing for you. Oh, the poor predator.
I'll talk to you in private if you like.
I can't turn the cameras off.
I mean, I'll answer any questions for you, to be honest.
You were vomited everything we needed to know. You can fuck off now, thanks.
Because I'm not.
Well, you have.
Yeah, literally. You already answered the question, so you can go now. Go get arrested.
This is not what it seems to be. This is not what it was going to be.
Well, they've seen all the text messages. They know exactly what it was. You don't need to explain with your predator logic, thanks. You can go.
I want everyone to know that's actually seeing right now. It's not what it was. I'll have to hang out with somebody. Nothing sexual to that nature.
Why did you send sexual text messages if it wasn't fucking sexual? Shut up!
It may seem to other people it was, but to me it's not.
Just go!
Because if it was to that standard, I would have actually texted the guy, hey, let's meet and let's do this, let's do that. But it wasn't. I'm very, cordial with what I say. I'm very blunt.
How can you be cordial and blunt at the same time? Pretty sure those two don't go together.
Nothing sexual to that nature.
You keep saying that. It's a bit like when you said, oh, I don't do drugs. Lady doth protest too much.
To be honest, I can't remember my lesson right now. I'm not going to my house.
And what?
I'm not walking to no one's house ever again. This is the first and last time we're doing that.
That's not what the lesson is. The lesson is not, don't walk into a stranger's house, even though you should have known that from when you were a fucking kid anyway. But, like, the lesson is maybe don't solicit anything sexual from a 13-year-old. Anyone who cannot physically fucking give consent to you.
What's the lesson here, Jose?
The lesson here is don't walk into no one's house that you don't know who actually even lives there.
Not the lesson. Not even a little bit. They're not even a little bit self-aware.
Don't do the same thing to other people that you wouldn't want done to you.
You mean, if you were 13, you wouldn't want a 28-year-old asking for sexual photos from you and sending their dick pic to you, asking if you're top or bottom. Do you mean that? Yeah, no, don't do that. Don't ever do that with someone who can't consent.
But you did it, though.
When I came here, I was bored today.
If you were bored, you could have done anything else. Anything else! But for weeks, you've been talking to a 13-year-old, and you thought, hey, today's the day I'm going to go hang out with a 13-year-old. The one that I've been sending sexual text messages to. Yeah, that one. I'm going to go hang out with that 13-year-old because I'm bored. Not because you probably thought, oh, well, a police investigation wouldn't wait weeks to catch me.
I didn't know what to do, so I figured hang out with some people.
How about watching football?
I'm not a sports person, believe it or not.
Go watch a movie. Ask one of your 30-year-old parent friends around to hang out. Or fuck, if that's what you really want to do. Don't hit up a 13-year-old and go to their house. Shouldn't need to be said.
Today was just a day that just, you know what, let's just go hang out tonight real quick. Let's hang out, nothing sexual though. I'm not looking for that. I'm never ever doing this ever again. Talk to someone's house.
I appreciate that.
Nothing bad out of this.
That's what you think. 23 million fucking people now know exactly who and what you are. So, yeah, there's going to be something bad out of this.
Where's the exit?
Right there, straight ahead. Over there.
Chris covering his mouth, trying not to laugh.
Step over here. Come on. Over the police department. We'll explain everything to you right after she answers you that. Give me your phone.
Ah, I mean, that was a fucking shot.
I'll explain everything in time, okay? Find your arrest.
He really doesn't understand why he could possibly be under arrest. What is this? What do you mean you don't understand why you're under arrest?
Velez appears to be shocked that he was busted.
I don't think he thinks he's done anything wrong. I think that's why he's so shocked.
As they speed toward police headquarters, he's still trying to talk his way out of trouble.
I never even done it before.
Yeah, but once is enough, even if this was apparently your first time. But apparently you talk to 16-year-olds all the fucking time.
Velez is hauled into the station where he's booked, fingerprinted, and photographed.
This is so crazy.
What's crazy is you sending sexual fucking things to a 13-year-old.
Oh, yeah. I'm done.
The way he sits there, you almost feel sorry for him because he looks like a wounded puppy dog, but you cannot forget what this guy wrote. What he thought was a 13-year-old child. He wanted them to move in with him. He explained all the sexual acts he wanted to do to him. He sent a dick pic and asked for nude photos in return. Cannot forget any of that. And the fact that he's admitted to having friends 16 and up to the age of 30, and that all of them as a group hang out together and apparently don't do drugs. Even if he doesn't do drugs, I guarantee someone's doing drugs there.
You know, you were just going there to make a friend and to hang out.
I really wasn't.
I'm going to question the veracity of that.
I know how it works. I was not going to his house to literally have sex with him in his house. I was not going to do that.
That day?
Ask him about the text messages. Do your job.
I meet with a lot of people on that website. Numerous people on that website will go hang out, and I actually still talk to people from that website that I actually made friends with. I don't have any friends.
That is not an excuse to talk to 13-year-olds and send them sexual photos and messages and then turn up at their fucking house. It's not an excuse and it's not an explanation.
I have no friends.
Literally. You have a fiance, don't you?
Yeah, I do.
Your fiance's not your friend? The person I'm dating at the time always tends to be like very, very close to me. If not my best friend, especially when I've been dating them a long time. I think it's natural for them to become your best friend. So if you're engaged to someone, how are they not your friend? Like, do they not have any friends that you would have become friends with that you could have hung out with rather than a 13-year-old?
We don't see each other as much as we used to.
Okay.
I mean, he works a lot, I work a lot. I know some people look at me like, okay, you're going to this guy's house to have sex, aren't you? That's your whole intentions. No, it's not.
This guy, again, normalising the fact that this was a 13-year-old kid trying to act as if this person was older. Normalisation language of, oh, this guy. Not kid, or this person. Guy.
I can hang out with a 12-year-old, a 16-year-old, an 18-year-old.
No, you can't. No, you can't. No. No, you can't hang out with fucking 12-year-old or a 16... No. No. How do you normalise this? I don't understand.
The on-site decoy to Jesse looked a little older than 13.
No shit, Chris. Fucking hell. It didn't take a genius to realise that that person was not 13. I guarantee he wasn't even 19.
Individuals can access your children without you knowing about it and can share their most disgusting thoughts with your children. You'll never know it.
That's why it's better to have your children hate you for you limiting what they can do online than have them be at risk of predators. Let's have a look at these comments. So, there's no way you tried to pass that grown-ass man off as 13-year-old. Bro was uninterested when he realised dude clearly wasn't a kid. Yeah, it's kind of gross. To be fair, it's a lot harder to get male adult actors who look like teenagers. I mean, you're not wrong. That's why I mentioned about Finn Wolfhard. That 13-year-old child is the definition of, we're looking for 15 years work experience coming out of high school. Man, I hate it when I accidentally take pictures of my junk and then accidentally send them to minors. Don't drink and text, boys. It's so nice to see nursing homes citizens still able to get active roles. The way that 30-year-old man said my mummy and daddy was the funniest thing I've ever heard. Oscar with the actor. This guy's especially dangerous because he's a very charismatic talker. He could easily manipulate a child into thinking they are comfortable with something they aren't. That's why I'm worried about a 16-year-old. I could tell he talks himself out of many situations before. He seems so sincere, he's obviously a good liar. Yeah, that's why he just word vomited constantly, because he knew that's how he's gotten out of this sort of shit before. When questioned by police, Velez broke down in tears and admitted that he had gone on Grindr and contacted someone he believed was underage. He admitted it. He insisted that he had no intention of engaging in any sexual activity and that they were simply going to hang out. But he sent those text messages. This doesn't make any fucking sense. Maybe he thought if he admitted to one part of it, he wouldn't get in trouble for the other. Aftermath. After his arrest, Velez was originally charged with 3 felony counts. In 2016, Velez made an apology post on his Facebook account, reading as follows. This is new. We haven't seen an apology notes app from a fucking predator. I don't know why life happens the way it does. Can we get a tiny violin? I know I've done some stupid shit and I'm paying for it big time. I don't want my friends to... I thought you didn't have any friends to judge me in any way. But people can't understand I'm human. And I screwed up and I'm not that person I'm being portrayed to be. Then how comes you admitted the fact that you talk to 16-year-olds already, that you have friends that are 16-year-olds? This really bothers me a lot to the point where I wonder why I'm alive. I lost some great friends and family members because of the poor choice I made. Consequences of your actions. People don't want to be friends with a predator. This sucks more than anything in the world. Sorry, so going to prison and being on the sex offender registry isn't the worst thing to happen in the world to you. It's like walking through the mall and everyone just stares at you calling you names. That's how I feel sometimes. I feel like I failed myself sometimes. But I've got to try to keep it together because life still goes on. I wake up every day wondering what will happen to me and will the worst happen or the good. This is really poorly written. I fuck up typing all the time because I type way too fast because of my ADHD. That's why I blame it on anyway. This is so badly written. I know I've disappointed my boyfriend. I thought it was his fiance. I'm getting whiplash from this. But I'm trying my best right now. Other people want to look at me funny and call me names. You're a predator. Well, you know one thing you can do is look in the mirror and ask if bullying is going to hurt me. I'm sure they can only hope. Stop holding my actions against me and let me deal with it and don't judge me based on what you read. Stop holding my actions against me. This is worse than what Shane Dawson wrote for Dramageddon. The Welcome to the Circus soliloquy thing. What the fuck? Don't give me consequences to my actions. That should have just said. Oh my god. Okay, legal battles. Velez entered a guilty plea for one felony count of attempted risk of injury. However, he faced a second arrest in October 2019 for violating his probation. Despite being found not guilty, he was ordered to continue his probation. Velez encountered further legal trouble when he violated his probation again, leading to a conviction in September 2020. In January 2022, a violation of probation proceeding was indicated against Velez. As a result of violating his probation again, March 17th, 2023, that's this year, Velez received a sentence of 3 years in prison, suspending after serving 15 months following his prison term. He will be placed in probation for a period of 87 months. He broke his probation 4 or 5 times. I'm losing count. And he's back in prison. Oh, what a shame. It couldn't have happened to such a nice fucking manipulative piece of shit predator.
It doesn't take long for 27-year-old Stephen Buchanan to send a selfie.
Stephen Buchanan. Let's have a look at his background, shall we? Before becoming involved in the sting, Stephen Buchanan wanted to become a Stratford police officer. It scares me when these people want to have a position of power, whether it's like a teacher or a policeman, anything of power, even like I've seen like a priest before, like anyone with a position of power that can manipulate young people scares the shit out of me that predators even consider those lines of work.
And start sexting with our decoy, posing as a 13-year-old girl named Bailey.
Why do they all feel the need to sex with a 13-year-old?
Buchanan is in the Connecticut National Guard.
Did he park further away? Because this is the first person who's like walked this far and the cameras had to pick up a lot further away.
And an Iraq war vet. He works for a local cable TV company. But today, Buchanan is the predator on the loose.
He's walking backwards and forwards a lot, isn't he? Is he nervous or is he looking for like surveillance vehicles or something?
He sends our decoys a video so graphic we can't show it on national TV.
It's a cum shot, isn't it? Why would you send something crude on video to a 13-year-old? And someone in law enforcement had to watch it.
You like sex?
LOL, I'll be 14 next month.
The fact that that's the response and that didn't make him think... Because it's not like it's just in her bio and she never mentions it. It's brought up a lot how old these teens are, or obviously the people who are faking how old the teens are, and it never turns them off. You think they'd be like, oh, it would be an immediate turn off. You would never continue with the conversation, I guess, unless you're attracted to it.
You know you're gonna shower with me Thursday night.
He's looking forward to getting this 13-year-old naked in a small room where he can touch her. How do you normalize this?
I'm gonna pick you up and put you against the shower wall.
So immediately thinking about having sex and sexual positions with a 13-year-old. It's so gross.
Buchanan calls Bailey to confirm the date.
To look forward to me showing you around tonight?
Yeah. Obviously, again, I've seen this. And this guy is honestly one of the scariest to me. I'll explain to you why when it happens.
Detectives prepare for an arrest they fear could become violent.
It doesn't. Spoiler alert. But there is a good reason for why they're worried.
Our night vision cam shows Buchanan circling the block.
He was on the lookout. That's really suspicious.
Finally, he parks his car in the driveway. and walks to the back door.
Hey.
Hey.
I'm here, I believe.
You're here, you believe? Then, like, maybe knock on the door and stop being creepy.
I'm just really scared. Can you just, like, prove to me right now that you don't have a gun?
Because this guy's an army vet, they assumed that it's possible he could be carrying a weapon at the time, and they've had to do this with other people as well. They've had to have the decoy, have the person show their stomach and like the tops of the legs and stuff to make sure that this person was not carrying, so they didn't get anywhere near the decoy with a weapon, because obviously that's incredibly dangerous.
Turn around.
I will say, do they never clock the fact that someone who's 13 knows how to look for a weapon? Because should that not immediately tell you this person might be involved with law enforcement? But I guess they're not thinking with that head.
Okay. Okay. I'm sorry. I don't want you to think I'm crazy.
No, I trust me, I understand.
That's a better response, also, than some of the others, and have been asked to do this in TCAP. Almost found it laughable that the teenager was reacting in a very nervous sense.
Okay. Do you want to come in?
You want to go?
This guy will not come in for the decoy.
What's happening is even scarier than we anticipated. Buchanan is actually trying to lure Bailey into his car.
Can you just, like, come in and we can chat for a little bit? I feel really weird about just, like...
I can come right there and chat. I'm not coming in.
Why would you not be understanding of a 13-year-old not wanting to immediately jump into a car with a stranger? You would think that maybe anyone would feel more comfortable having a one-on-one conversation in an apparent empty house. Is still fucking creepy and scary. But, like, you would think they would feel, as an adult to a 13-year-old, that, oh, I understand why they might want to build up that personal connection before jumping into a car with someone they don't know, going in the opposite direction of their house, somewhere they feel safe.
You want me to show you around?
Just be driving around, you know?
Trust me, I know too.
You understand, but you're trying to lure her out and away from the house that she feels safe in. You sound like a fucking serial killer.
I don't know. Steven, I don't know.
Like I said, I don't have nothing on me.
Men don't have to be intimidating by just having a weapon on them. Especially someone who's obviously an adult compared to a child is larger, more likely to cause harm or possible assault to someone. Unfortunately, I was having this conversation literally yesterday. You have to assume the worst to keep yourself safe a lot of the time. I know it's a horrible thing women have to do, and a lot of men unfortunately don't really understand that, you know, if you're walking home at night, even if it's, you know, 8 o'clock at night but it's pitch black outside, having someone walk so close behind you, they may have no malintent whatsoever, but it's incredibly intimidating and scary because they're likely stronger or bigger, or, you know, they might get the drop on you or whatever. Like, it can be really fucking terrifying. And doing something as little as, even if you've got nowhere to cross the road to, walking as wide on the path as possible to pass someone. And I use this metaphor a lot in my everyday life to make people understand how intimidating and scary it can be. It's like having a bowl of M&Ms. And there's 100 M&Ms, and 10 of those M&Ms is poisonous. But there's no way to differentiate until you take a bite. You're going to put your hand in? Men don't wear stickers to say, I sexually assault women, I'm violent to women. There's no way to tell the difference. You may look like the nicest man on earth, but you're still fucking intimidating, especially at night. And to do this to a 13-year-old is really, really, really creepy, because you don't have to have a weapon to be intimidating.
What if I took you to into your parking lot and tell you to drive?
Are you serious?
I'm serious. Would you like that?
This is the scariest fucking thing he says, and Mr. Gigi explains it really well.
Would you like me to take you to an empty parking lot with no witnesses and have your hands be occupied while mine are free?
I don't know.
You're gonna put your trust in me?
Why would she put her trust in you when she doesn't actually know you? He comes off like a serial killer, like he's trying to lure someone out of their house. He's already circled the block multiple times, looking for possible witnesses. Do you know what I mean?
As you're about to learn, Buchanan may have something more sinister in mind.
Fucking zoom in, so creepy.
You get used to each other. If you don't like it, you go home and I'll leave.
Surely, if you wanted her to get used to you, you would go in the house so she could recognize if you were a fucking creep and she was comfortable getting in the car alone with you first. Logic.
Stephen, I'm gonna need to talk to you for a minute. Please come in. Come on in, please.
Unbelievably, Buchanan comes inside to talk.
Unbelievably, he's right. He wouldn't come in for the person he was sexting with. but he would come in for Chris. There is context to this. Just wait until you find out what was in his car. I'm starting to wonder he wasn't even there to possibly assault or even, in his probably mind, consensually have sex with this 13-year-old. It's not consent, obviously. That's why I use quotation marks, just in case someone's not watching me. I don't know. I'm starting to genuinely wonder if she was never going to go back to that house, because it has all of the makings of someone who wasn't going to return her.
Why don't you take a seat right over there? What was on the agenda tonight?
I was just gonna take her out and show her around.
Take her out and show her around where?
So they've got someone, it looks like, directly in the doorway that Chris normally comes out of, and I think that's again because they're not certain, obviously, of if he could just pull a gun. They need to make sure they have someone immediately available.
Fairfield.
Fairfield.
That's it.
And what exactly were you going to show her?
The beach, sites to go to.
So you're the welcome wagon here in Fairfield.
How many fucking underage children has this guy offered to show around?
You're just going to do a favor for a 13-year-old girl.
Well,
the logic's not logicking, apparently.
As I'm questioning Buchanan, our fence cam shows the police getting into position, covering the exits in case he bolts.
Do they not cover the exits for anybody else in case they run? Because surely they don't want predators to get away.
what happened was, when my cousin came, she did the same thing.
When your cousin came, she did the same thing. What do you mean?
What's this? An older person.
An older person came over and
Yeah.
showed your 13-year-old around town. And what happened in that case?
She got assaulted.
This makes no sense. He's saying that his 13-year-old cousin met up with someone older, was shown around town and sexually assaulted. So what he wanted to do is go to another 13-year-old and not sexually assault them? It's almost like he's saying, well, I realized how easy it was. Because what is the point of the story otherwise? Because it's not making him sound any better.
She got assaulted.
And I was in the army.
That doesn't make you trustworthy. Do you know how many women want to sign up to the army or military services? And the reason they don't is because there's been so many men. I mean, look at the amount of people that come forward and say that they've been assaulted by police officers in their custody. Just because you're in the army does not mean that you're trustworthy. Just because you fought for your country. Unfortunately, there's still some sickos.
I don't like people doing that.
You don't like people doing that. So what? You were gonna be the good Samaritan this time and not be the person that assaults the 13-year-old? Even though you already sent videos that were so graphic they can't be shown. What are you playing with? What is it? Is that your spider? Oh. I wonder what he's playing with. This could go on my microphone as a muffler. Do you want it? You can play with it.
And you decided, because you're former military, that you were going to come over and show this 13-year-old girl around so she'd be safe.
Yes.
The math is not mathing. Is that boy math? Is that what that is?
And you want me to buy that?
I'm telling you the truth, sir.
Telling the truth?
I hate guessing what a guy really feels. And then straight afterwards, no, you're going to shower with me Thursday nights. She's talking about feelings. He's talking about fucking.
The sexually charged chat proves he's lying.
So does the video, apparently.
And so what is all this talk back and forth?
He's like, oh, fuck, you have the chat. Here's my Uno reverse card.
Between you and a girl you think is 13. You know you're going to shower with me Thursday night. What night is this? What night is this?
Sorry. I can't, Chris. I'm guessing it's Thursday, Chris.
Did you send her any pictures of yourself?
I'm guessing that's a yes. So maybe not just videos, but pictures too.
Then you talk about actually having sex with her and Skyping it to an ex-boyfriend.
I don't remember that. That's making child pornography. Also, her ex-boyfriend or his?
Now that doesn't exactly back up your story about being the protector of Fairfield County, Connecticut, does it?
No, it doesn't, Chris.
I'm listening.
Sounds such like a teacher. I'm listening.
There's a horrible lapse in judgment.
A lapse in judgment. So, was the text messages a lapse in judgment? The video turning up, circling the block? Which part was a lapse in judgment? because it sure as shit feels like a choice, not a lapse in judgment.
Help me to understand what it was that really brought you here tonight.
He wasn't thinking with his head. He was thinking with a different one.
I haven't been the same since when I deployed to Iraq.
This does so many servicemen a disservice, men and women, excuse me, because PTSD, which is the excuse he's trying to use, does not make you a predator or a pedophile. And other servicemen, which I imagine in the update we'll do up in a minute once I get to that, but I know that other servicemen have called his behaviour out, because I watched the Cinnamon Toast Ken video as well, and he mentioned that other servicemen have turned around and said, we disavow this man, turning around and trying to use PTSD, which a lot of people genuinely deal with and are still traumatized with, as an excuse for being a fucking pedophile is disgusting and despicable.
It's just, I don't know, I do have problems sleeping at night.
That's very common for returning. I get that.
What does that have to do with turning up at a 13-year-old's house to take them out after you've had sexually charged conversation? How does that correlate? It's not adding up for me.
I've never been to war, so I can't pass judgment.
No, but other servicemen have, and they've said that it's bollocks that he's trying to use that as an excuse.
But I still have a difficult time connecting that to trying to
molest an underage child,
sexually solicit a 13-year-old girl.
Something just goes off inside of my head.
And I imagine it had been going off inside of your head long before you were even in the military. So don't use that as an excuse.
Did you have these thoughts before you were in Iraq?
It doesn't just start. They say with, for example, violence against women, it starts with words. Turning up to a 13-year-old's house after you've had a sexually charged conversation, it doesn't just start over fucking night. From what I understand, it like builds up and up and up. From what I understand, you basically figure out that you're attracted to underage people. Then you'll likely look for child pornography. You don't just turn around and are attracted to a 13-year-old. This is clearly, and this is not just for him, this is for a lot of others, but you are clearly attracted to people underage if you're sending sexual text messages to them and thinking about them in a sexual way. This takes years for them to turn up and do something like this. Going on a long, long time for them to have the courage and the need to turn up at a child's house. Because you don't just turn around as an adult and be like, I don't care if this person is underage.
And how many times have you done this?
Honestly?
Honestly.
It's my first.
Your first time?
First time.
That's what they all say.
The problem with that, Stephen, is that you surfaced talking in a very similar way to a girl named Brittany.
It's bad enough that they feel the need to talk to one underage person, but the fact they're possibly traumatizing more than one at a time. But I bet they identify themselves as good guys, right? God, if they're good guys, what are the bad guys? Seriously.
You just lied to me.
No.
We have Bailey and we have Brittany. This is Bailey tonight.
This is my first time doing it on a chat site.
I find that the fact that he had the confidence and courage to talk to not one but two underage people means that it's unlikely that this was the first time he's ever spoken to someone who identified themselves as underage. And again, not just him, but possibly John Dupay, because he did exactly the same thing.
Did you bring condoms?
No, I did not.
They always ask that, and I know that's like a point of contention to prove that they were likely going to have sex because they have something that would aid in literally only like sexual conduct. Considering what's in the boot of his car.
But your intent seems pretty clear from this discussion you had.
Yes, but like then I told her afterwards, after I thought about it again.
After you thought about it again. After you'd had a sexually explicit conversation and sent a sexually explicit video. That's when you decided that actually I didn't want to have sex with a 13-year-old. Really? You expected to believe that?
I told her we weren't going to do nothing tonight.
Again, tonight, meaning maybe in a few dates or maybe in a few years after I've groomed them at the very least. Like, the way they structure sentences tells you everything you need to know.
Can I show you on...
I don't want you to reach in your pocket.
Can you reach in?
What pocket is it? Go ahead, pull it up.
I will say I appreciate the fact that he's putting his hands out as if to show he's not a danger to Chris. Maybe he doesn't want to get shot by someone.
I said, let's just hang out later.
I know, but you know what that sounds like to me? It sounds like somebody who's trying to create some kind of a plausible excuse.
Or he's trying to make out that he's not trying to pressure the underage person so that they will go on the date, and then once he's on the date, he will pressure them. Either or.
You see how this looks, right?
Yes, I know.
So what do you think should happen?
Bring me down to the police station.
That is going to happen, yeah.
Well, there's something else that you need to know. I'm Chris Hansen, and this is an investigation called Hansen versus Predator. You're going to try to get some help?
Yes.
Funny how he asks the military vet that, but he doesn't ask any of the other people. It's so strange how we look at other people in a more respectable, authoritative role in a different way to how we saw someone who is a mailman, for example. I don't see him as any different.
All right, Stephen, you're free to go. And I hope you get the help.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.
On a rainy night in Connecticut, a predator arrives at this house decorated for Halloween.
Halloween!
At the end of the day, you showed up. You circled the house. That's a little creepy, I gotta tell you, Steve.
I understand.
What else did you bring?
Nothing.
After I confront this predator, he leaves the kitchen and walks right into the arms of the police.
They weren't even prepared. All the others, they've already been through that curtain. This one, he gets right into the garage, and it's just as well he stopped and turned at the fucking curtain.
He's handcuffed and put into the back of an unmarked police car.
Is a weapon in the car?
Yes.
The cops search his trunk and make a shocking discovery.
They knew he was likely to have a gun, so this is not a shocking discovery. Also, it's America. A lot of people travel with their guns, whether in their glove compartment, on them, or in their trunk. This is what worries the shit out of me.
.40 caliber Glock.
Along with the legally registered Glock semi-automatic, they find a knife, duct tape, a camera, and a pack of condoms.
A camera, so he's likely to make child pornography. Condoms, so that just gives more evidence to the fact that he was planning to have sex. A knife with his gun, so either he keeps them together or again he was going to use that to try and incite child pornography or sexual assault or something. But also duct tape. Now, I know you can use duct tape for loads of things. It could be that he's got a fucked up car and therefore he's looking to that in his boot all the time in case he needs to make quick amendments. But the fact that he has that by a camera and condoms is really, really fucking scary. And the fact that they don't ask him about that, like, yes, you can come up with 100 million excuses, but, like, it would have been nice to, at the very least, have asked that question, because I find that terrifying.
I first feared it was what cops commonly call a kill kit.
Yeah. Me too. All you needed was some fucking rope or zip ties or some shit. Especially the way he was trawling the area. He would not go inside. He didn't even want to touch the outside of the door. Maybe that's why he didn't want to knock, because he didn't want to leave fingerprints. Like, it could have been a kill kit. It really could have been.
Buchanan was never charged in connection with the items found in his car.
Why?
Gotta keep it together for me, okay? I want to be able to talk to you.
Our dash cam shows him sobbing all the way to the station.
I do not feel sorry for him crying. What he was going to do to that child, whether it be simply being alone with her in a car, assaulting her, or possibly even killing her, I do not feel sorry for him. Not even 1 ounce of me.
Cannon, still bawling, uses a roll of toilet paper to wipe his eyes.
Why is he going so hard with this guy?
What is it that is so enticing to you
Oh, do I want to hear this?
about wanting to be this friendly with someone who is this age?
Friendly. You want to use the word friendly. I would use the word sexual. You want to be this sexual with someone who identified themselves as 13.
Something just flipped and switched in my brain, you know, and I never thought about, you know, the consequences.
Again, he's talking about consequences, right? It's the consequences for him that he's thinking about. He's not for a second, not even a millisecond, considering that he would be traumatizing this 13-year-old. If that was a genuine 13-year-old, would have been traumatizing them for the rest of their life. Because that's what it does. It doesn't matter if they didn't turn up. Sexually explicit text messages, photos, videos were sent to someone who identified themselves as 13 years old. It's sick. There's a reason why the consent laws are what they are.
Before I went to the military, I was a normal person.
I doubt it.
And, you know, never ever would ever have a thought about doing anything like this.
I just thought, and now I'm not saying that all military personnel are like this, but obviously you do hear about people who are in the military who go across to other countries and they rape women and children. He's saying, and I'm going to take this at face value for a second, that he was a normal person when he went into the military. Does that mean he possibly got a taste for it when he was in Iraq? Because he was... That's a really horrible thought. Never once for a second watched this and stopped to think that. But I think maybe because of what's going on at the moment between Israel, I don't even want to say in Palestine because it's not, like, it's just Israel terrorizing Palestine. Because of what's going on in Palestine at the moment, it makes me think about that point of view, or at least today.
My body is growing older, it's just, but my mind just
kind of still.
It's not getting. It's
still like a young mind.
Yes, sir.
But you weren't young when you were in the military. You were of age. So does that mean even when you were at, 18, 19, 20, you were finding, again, young people? That doesn't track. Because you could say, my body's getting older, but I'm still finding 20-year-olds attractive, for example. Nobody who is fucking older than, let's say, even 18 is a bit old. But, like, no one over the age of 18 is finding someone under the age of even 16 attractive. No one's talking about having sex with them over text or sending them sexually explicit videos and photos. No one. Because they're a child. This is why I said it doesn't track that this just happened. He's saying that because he's gotten older, his mind is still young. That didn't just happen.
It's taken time to mature to where I should be.
Now, men do mature slower than women. Again, does not track because a lot of men, 18, 19, 20, are not finding 13-year-olds attractive, let alone at 27, finding 13-year-olds attractive and wanting to fuck them. So, no.
Going towards a younger person.
She's not a younger person, she's a child. Again, this normalization language of trying to make this person older than they are, excuse their own behavior, is what they do in their mind.
Because they don't have, the responsibilities of an older person or me.
Neither does someone who's unemployed. So why aren't I attracted to someone like that, of age? It's about control. It's about manipulation. It's fucking gross.
They have a lot of free time, so it's just like where I could pay.
The fact that the cop said that makes sense actually is really... You couldn't have said, okay, but someone who's unemployed also would have a lot of free time. So why are you attracted to a 13-year-old? Because actually a 13-year-old, would they not have a lot of free time? Because they would be in school. And if they're not at school, they'd be studying. So how the fuck would they have a lot of free time? That, again, does not make sense.
It's a sickness.
When you say sexual, just give me an idea of what some of those sexual things, what does that mean?
I don't want to hear it. I really don't want to hear it.
Oral sex.
Okay.
Penetration.
What kind of penetration?
Vaginal.
I just can't even consider that that would have been a real child. And that he would have happily made that 13-year-old have oral sex with him, would have possibly even taken their virginity and traumatized them and raped them. Because it's not consent. Even if he considers it consensual, it's not consent, it's rape. And he would have done that to a 13-year-old. Oh, it takes me back to one of JCS's videos where there was a little girl who was stolen from school, lured out by a young woman who was working with this pedophile. She got this little girl into the car. She couldn't stay in the car while she heard this little girl cry whilst he did things to her. And then after he was done, he killed her. That 13-year-old was still somebody's little girl that he could have traumatized. Do you know what I mean? I don't see it any different just because that was a little girl of I think she was maybe between 6 to 10 and this identified person was 13. It's no different to me.
Why would you have brought that with you? Is that just do you
always
carry it?
I always carry it after, the Marines being shot and everything with ISIS and...
What about the duct tape, the knife, the condoms, and the camera? This is the problem with America and guns. They're not illegal. People are allowed to carry them. If someone was found with a gun in their fucking trunk in the UK, there isn't an excuse. There isn't I didn't feel safe. You're not allowed to carry even pepper spray.
Never charged in connection with the gun police found in his trunk.
No, because due to whatever amendment, he's allowed to fucking carry it.
Sentence, 10 years. Suspended after he serves at least 3 years in prison. And he must register as a sex offender.
10 years. That's, I think, the longest we've seen so far. Quick look at the comments. It says, this guy deserves 15 years in prison. And the fact he tried to lure her out instead of coming inside, the things he had in his car, the extra pair of shoes, I did not clock that. I saw the shoes, but I didn't think about them being in relation. Good point, because he could have gotten rid of his shoes in case the tread marks could have matched where he possibly would have dumped the body. There was no way he was planning to leave her alive. I'm horrified. The fact he basically had a kill kit in his car, along with the fact that he was adamant about not entering the house, makes me believe that it was totally his plan to lure her out of the house, assault her, and kill her, all while making sure he left no DNA evidence or fingerprints, because like I said, he didn't even touch the door. Jokes aside, I think Chris Hansen and the crew literally saved the decoy girl's life. Remember, he isn't crying because he feels remorse, he's crying because he got caught. The dude has the nerve to cry when he planned on murdering a child. Okay, legal process. Buchanan was charged with 3 felonies, held in lieu of 1.1 million bond. That's high. That's more than any of the ones we've seen. On October the 20th, 2015, Buchanan was in court wearing a bright orange prison jumpsuit. He appeared before Superior Court judge and pleaded not guilty. What? Michael Fitzpatrick, Buchanan's attorney, concentrated on what he called other disturbing events of the case. He declared the arrest reeks of entrapment. Are you fucking kidding me? And again raises the debate of whether a sting catches a criminal or creates a criminal. It catches them. He did this to not 1, but 2 fucking 13-year-olds and turned up at their house. That's not entrapment. He sent, without even being asked, he sent sexually explicit text messages and a sexually explicit video and possibly even photos. Fuck off. That was entrapment. Fitzpatrick requested a 12-month prison sentence from the court during sentencing. 1 year? You want to put this guy in prison for 1 year? Are you joking? He argued that rather than prison, his client required treatment. He can have treatment while he's in prison. He attempted to claim that both of the decoys his client interacted with provided the attention that was lacking in his life. Someone of consenting age also would have been the attention he required. Nothing to do with it. Actively talking to someone underage when you could have talked to any consenting adult reeks of pedophile. Additionally, pleading for compassion on Buchanan's behalf was Bill O'Brien, the athletic director of the Sterling House in Stratford. What are you hiding? O'Brien stated that although he was uncertain of Buchanan's motivations for attempting to sexually assault a child, he stated that Buchanan had already paid the price by getting fired from his job. That is not a consequence. That is ensuring that other people are not put at risk within your company. You're doing your part. And breaking up with his girlfriend. He's got a fucking girlfriend. So, whoa. He attempted to claim that both of the decoys his client interacted with provided the attention that was lacking in his life. But the guy had a girlfriend that he could have got the attention from that he needed. Oh. O'Brien said that Buchanan just needs help. Buchanan emphasised that his acts were motivated by PTSD. Bullshit. He said he now had a new look on life. He expressed his desire to assist other soldiers who were dealing with similar issues. I don't think other soldiers want your fucking help. He's trying to make out that other soldiers are also sexually predatory to 13-year-olds because of their PTSD. Afterward, Buchanan thanked the detectives who had arrested him, mentioning that it was thanks to them that he was still living. While recognising Buchanan's services to the United States, Judge Devlin indicated that Buchanan believed he was grooming 2 13-year-old girls, noting how he discussed the sex acts he wanted to perform on them. Judge Devlin sentenced Buchanan to 8 years in prison, suspended after he serves 3. What is the point of that? What is the point of sentencing him to 8 years in prison, but is suspended after you sent? What's the point? Because you're literally just sentencing them then to 3 years. In January 2019, Buchanan was released from prison. 2022 update. Chris Hansen tracked down and contacted a number belonging to Buchanan. The man on the other end sounded like Stephen, but was not. It was his father, revealing he now lives with his parents. Also, immediately, Buchanan's father asked if it was Chris Hansen on the phone, to which Chris said yes. Buchanan's father, not rudely but bluntly, told Chris that Stephen has moved on with his life and is looking strictly to the future, and would rather leave everything behind. Well, if it was a child who had been traumatised, they wouldn't be able to leave that behind, so he doesn't get to leave that behind, especially as he's on probation until 2029. So I hope he thinks about it every fucking day.
This 32-year-old guy wants to spend a Sunday afternoon chilling with a 13-year-old girl after texting her about getting stoned.
Why are you talking about doing drugs with an underage person, with a child? This is what annoys me. This guy didn't get as much of a sentence as like John DuPay or Jeff Sokol or some of the other predators because what he said was not overtly sexual. But it was still fucking inappropriate because you shouldn't be suggesting to have drugs with someone underage.
Mike Manzi's date is about to go up in smoke. You'll be shocked when you hear what Manzi does for a living.
The way he's standing out there so fucking cocksure of himself with his sunglasses. You can tell by the way he's like chewing gum. Is he chewing gum because he's looking forward to kissing the girl? That's a horrible thought.
He's a math tutor. You heard it right. He teaches some of New York and Connecticut's wealthiest children how to solve complicated equations.
This is the other thing. Again, he got a lighter sentence than some of the other people, but he's job literally puts him in the vicinity of other children all the time. And therefore he is a high risk, surely, to prey on other underage people. And yet he got a lighter sentence just because, what, he didn't say he wanted to fuck them? Like...
But you might say Manji flunked basic arithmetic, because 32 plus 13 adds up to trouble.
It adds up to 45.
I done the math. Checks out.
Online, he calls himself Mike Thriller.
What an early 2000s fucking name. Honestly.
He's a self-employed tutor with a bachelor's degree in mathematics from a small New York college. He's obsessed with pizza, and he says he smokes marijuana often.
Ooh, so cool. Why do people always think that because they smoke marijuana, they're like, oh my god, I smoke marijuana all the time? Yeah, okay. So does like half the population. Honestly, I don't understand why weed isn't legalized, because considering the harm that like cigarettes and vapes can do to people's health compared to what weed can do.
This is the Sting House set up in Fairfield, Connecticut, an upscale town on Connecticut's Gold Coast, about 50 miles from Manhattan.
Side note, there was a sting operation they did, this was when it was actually TCAP. There was actually a neighbourhood who all of the people found out that they were doing this series in a local house, and all the people from the neighbourhood banded together to try and take down the Catch a Predator program being in their neighborhood. And I'm like,
apparently they think that the operation is drawing more predators to Murphy. If anything, this is gonna scare everybody away. Like, how annoying is that you guys are trying to fuck with this operation? Honey, there's a pedophile sting down the street. Kids, get your shoes on. Let's bring the kids to the pedophile sting. Logic.
It doesn't make any fucking sense. You may think like, oh, well, they're bringing predators to the area. They're bringing predators to the area to put them behind bars. And actually, quite a few loads of other investigations, when they've done these sting operations, some of the predators like 10 minutes away, not 3 hours like Jeff Sokol. So some of them are literally right around the fucking corner. And yet, for some reason, they thought that was a bad thing to catch the predators, possibly in their neighborhood, and put them behind bars. I don't understand that mentality.
These are some of the texts the 32-year-old man who calls himself Mike Thriller sent to our decoy, who he thought was 13.
Did you blaze? You're my soulmate.
So tomorrow's probably an 8 all day. Jesus, you're a tutor and you don't know it's an all day. I know he's a math tutor, but did you flunk English? All day fast and furious marathon. Why does he constantly just send photos of himself? Lol, you know what I want, soulmate. What? No, like, naturally, you know what I want since we're soulmates. Yes, technically, that's not as bad as what Jeff Sokol was saying or what John Dupay was saying, but calling a 13-year-old your soulmate, how is that not just as bad? That should be considered, right?
Wow, you are so cute. You look way older, by the way.
Again, saying that the decoy is cute, saying that she looks older. These are all things that should garner him a worse sentence. I actually don't understand why he got off light compared to the others. Bunch of fucking technicalities, if you ask me.
But he also admits he shouldn't be talking to a 13-year-old.
Well, you were cool and cute, too. I just know I could get in trouble even talking to you, you know?
So again, he recognises that he shouldn't be talking to her, shouldn't be calling her his fucking soulmate, and yet here we still are. He keeps saying she's cute, so he's recognising that he's attracted to a 13-year-old. Why did he get a lighter sentence?
But Manzi continues texting. He later appears to become suspicious and asks the decoy to send a custom pic with his name on it. His fears that the girl isn't real are apparently quashed.
So they have teenagers on call to send photos to Tetrad Corps. The Tetrad Corps can send photos to the predators. Weird.
The date is set, and on a crisp autumn day, Manzi arrives at the Sting House.
I hate how he just stands there jutting his fucking jaw out, so cocky and confident. I hate it. I hate it.
Hello? Hi.
Put some WD-40 on that door.
Is the house okay?
Yes, I did.
No one eats the cupcake. Why is it every time I watch these videos, I haven't eaten for like hours? So when I see food, I'm like, food. The fucking fat girl in me is like, cupcakes.
Sorry, I'm being like a little.
No, it's alright. This is like weird.
No, it's not. It's not so much that it's weird.
It is weird. It is weird that you're in a house with a 13-year-old while she's by herself. It is weird. You're a stranger. It's weird. I mentioned last time around, actually, like, women have to, when you go on dates and stuff, you have to be aware of your gut feeling and you have to listen to it. Something I forgot to mention is, like, normally, obviously 13-year-olds don't know this. I don't expect them really to, in some ways, because, you know, at 13 you kind of want them to be naive to some of the things in the world. But when you're my age, you would never meet someone at your house. I remember there's a dating coach that I get recommended on my For You page every so often. He's like, oh, the man should pick you up at your house. And everyone in the comments was like, no, when it's the first time you're meeting, don't give someone your address, because who knows if that person's fucking creepy. And he's like, oh, well, you know, if you go into the first date like that, then of course it's never going to be a 10 out of 10 relationship or whatever. It's like, no, women have to put their safety first. Women are the most likely to be assaulted. The statistics show that women have to be aware of this stuff. I thought that was a very actually dangerous thing for him to say. But my point is, like, he's 30 odd or whatever, and he's saying like, oh, well, it's not really weird. It is weird, because you shouldn't be meeting someone you've never met before at their house.
You mind if I just like look around?
Oh, go for it.
You okay?
Someone said in the comments, and this is totally true, so he wants to look around and he's checking to make sure she's alone. If this wasn't a setup, then God knows how wrong it would get. Him going around wasn't for her safety, it was for his. It's to make sure that they're alone so that he can do stuff with his soulmate, as he liked to call her, so that he can have drugs with his soulmate.
I don't know.
What Manzi doesn't know is that I am waiting for him right behind that curtain.
Here we go.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good.
Good. Why don't you have a seat right on that stool?
He got like right up in his face.
Please.
Sure.
No, right here, sir.
No, I know.
Please.
I know, like, already, he's such a cocky prick. I really fucking hate him.
Sit, please.
Okay.
He's not as compliant as they usually are. John Dupay was, put your phone down. Immediately. This guy. Okay. Oh, you're gonna get it, you're gonna get it.
I need to talk to you.
What?
He's still standing. He's still fucking standing. You know why? Because he's probably nervous. So he's immediately like a gazelle looking for a way to like dart and go.
What are you doing here today?
Well, I'm here because I was slightly concerned.
You weren't concerned for shit. I'm actually so fucking mad. You weren't concerned. I was slightly concerned. No, you weren't. You were concerned maybe that other people were in the fucking house and you were going to get caught. That's what you might have been concerned about. But no, that's not what he says.
Concerned about what?
Well, concerned because she's talking to people that are a lot younger, a lot older.
Freudian slip, because you're talking with people a lot fucking younger than you should be, maybe?
On the website.
Now, why were you so concerned about a 13-year-old girl?
Well, she's talking to other people that are obviously the same age as me.
Then why didn't you report her account? If you think that she was talking to people that were older, why didn't you try and contact the parent? Why didn't you report her account? There are so many things you could have done bar turning up and also calling her your soulmate and saying you wanted to do drugs with her and that she was cute. Who are you fucking kidding?
And how old are you?
I'm 32.
You're 32?
Yes.
I'm going to be 34 next week. That's really depressing. Love October, but I hate that I get older every October. I'm just sad I'm getting older. It's a privilege to get older. I'm going to be in my mid-30s. Anyway, he's 32 and 32 talking to a 13-year-old. It'll never not be fucking weird. I don't even talk to anyone under 20. I've been on plenty of dating websites. I don't even like talking to people under the age of 25, 26. Like 27 is kind of my limit. And even that, I think's young, considering I'm about to be 34. It's just if we have things in common, I might swipe. But majority of the time, it's like 28 or older. I can't get round the mentality, the mental gymnastics of talking to someone and being attracted to someone 13. They're a child. People in their 20s are pretty baby-faced, right? It's not 13, though. Is he making anyone else angry, or is it just me?
So you came over to make sure she was okay?
Well, I came over just to make sure that
everything was fine.
Everything was okay.
In what way? Because you kept talking about coming around, hanging out and blazing with a 13-year-old. How's that?
I was not.
So you were going to search the house just now to make sure, what?
Well,
bad guys were here?
Well, I mean, I don't know. She could be here with a group of people, for all I know. And she obviously was.
That smirk on his face. Could be there with a group of people, aka people, what, like her parents, who could get you in trouble for talking to their underage teen? Maybe that kind of group of people, maybe family members who want to beat the shit out of you for talking to a 13-year-old. Speaking of family members, there's one of his in the production crew, which we will fucking get to.
Which I think that would be like a safe idea?
For you, yeah. You're thinking along safety for you. Not for her. For you, dick.
What was today's lesson supposed to be?
Today's lesson was apparently going to be, before Chris turned up, teaching a kid how to smoke marijuana. Because that's appropriate.
Today's lesson from you. Today's lesson from me was to not, unfortunately, really worry about other people.
It's always about them, isn't it? The fact that he's like, oh, well, I need to not worry about other people. Because I could get myself in trouble. So I just need to not worry about other people. I shouldn't be such a good guy. Fuck you. I forgot how angry he I always know how angry Jeff Sokol makes me. Because he is the most arrogant predator, I feel like, ever on TCAP. But Mike Manzi is fucking up there for the most arrogant, self-absorbed prick predator. For sure.
Now, you're a tutor, correct?
Mm-hmm.
And who do you tutor?
Other underage fucking kids. Incredibly concerning. People leave their kids with him and trust him. Like, that's so scary.
I tutor are these ages, older ages.
Older, 13 is not older. Do you just mean preteens? God, I hope he got fired as a tutor by every single person and he wasn't able to ever teach again. So worrying when they have a position of power over a child, and yet they still go out as well, out of their way to talk to underage kids.
What do you tutor them in?
Mathematics.
Mathematics.
Mm-hmm.
What about smoking marijuana?
Well, I mean, it's not really something that I try to tutor people in.
Then how comes you were constantly talking about it on your messages? I know it's a Christmas cup, leave me alone. I actually have a fuckload. I got new cups that are Halloween. I totally should have had one of those. I'm sorry.
Well, it seems like it from the chat here.
He, again, doesn't think he's done anything wrong because all he's done is apparently show up and worry about a team. That's what he thinks he's done. Or that's what he thinks it'll be seen as. Oh, he's a tutor, so of course he wasn't going to do anything inappropriate with the team because he already tutors teens, of course. Of course he's going to be the one out of all of the predators. Don't worry about the fact that he said she's cute multiple times, that he knew that he shouldn't be talking to her because she was underage, that he wanted to smoke marijuana with a fucking underage teen. On the fact that he kept calling this teen his soulmate. But apparently he can laugh about it.
Well, you're cool and cute too. I just know I could get in trouble even talking to you, you know.
Yeah, that sigh, yeah, fuck you, that could get you in a lot of trouble.
Well, yes, of course.
But that covering of the mouth, that's a blocking technique. It's been a while since I've watched Observe, but that's like a shielding technique to stop you from basically saying something stupid.
Look, may I please leave?
No. You can leave when Chris says you can leave. And sit the fuck down.
I'm not.
Okay. Just yet. I have some more questions for you.
Will I be able to leave after your question?
Did you blaze?
Wait,
yes.
Sir?
Yes.
Wait, are you answering me or are you reading stuff?
Yes, you can leave after I ask you a couple questions.
Are you sure?
It's not ready for you to say, is it? That could be her dad. And you're lucky he hasn't taken a baseball bat, shameless style, to you.
Are there police outside or anything?
Wouldn't you like to know?
I'll get to that.
Please, sir, can you please just tell me?
The way he begs, like he was so cocksure, cocky, and laughing about this like 60 seconds ago. But now is there police outside? Please, I need to know. Like he's desperate not to get in trouble now. Because you know why he'll lose his job? Because he has a job that puts him in contact with underage fucking people.
I really can't.
So what it looks like, Mike, is that you came here to smoke weed with a 13-year-old girl, and
he literally just nodded. Yep, that's what I was planning on doing. Yeah. I mean, body language does say that. It won't necessarily mean that, but I mean, I'm reading it as that.
Then whatever was going to happen was going to happen.
Yeah, but that's.
Yeah, that is what I said. But what? You said you were going to go to a 13-year-old's house and smoke drugs with her. What after but was gonna exonerate you from that? Seriously.
It's not entirely what was going on.
Explain it to me.
I just told you. I was coming here to make sure everything was okay.
Right.
It really wasn't that far.
Oh, it really wasn't that far. So again, this was a predator in the vicinity of the Sting house. It was just like, oh, you know, I'll just drop round because that's a good thing to do.
Obviously, like, she invited me in.
How is that an excuse that she invited you in? I swear, all predators read the same hymn sheet.
And there were not...
So you were just being a good Samaritan today.
Well, I was trying to...
A good Samaritan? What, to your soulmate that you thought was cute? You wanted to be a good Samaritan to that person who's underage? You mean that one?
You know, I was coming here to make sure everything was okay.
13-year-old girl.
I deal with kids all the time.
That makes it worse! You deal with the kids all the time. Are you going around and smoking weed with other fucking 13-year-olds? Are you calling other 13-year-olds that you work with your soulmate? Are you saying that they're cute? It makes it worse. You have the ability to be around other underage people that you could prey on.
Right. Would you think that the parents of the kids you tutor would be comfortable with you coming to visit a 13-year-old girl after talking about smoking marijuana and hanging out?
Probably not. You're
Probably
right.
not.
You're right.
Yeah, he is right. Nobody would be comfortable with you being anywhere near their children after seeing this video. I hope they all saw it. This thing, I would hope that the police have to get in contact with the employers in general, but especially when they have daily interactions with children. Otherwise, what the fuck are they doing?
Now, you tutor kids.
Sir, may I ask you a question?
Yes, you may.
First off, that is not completely true.
I have a couple more questions for you.
That's not a question. That was a statement. Again, did you fucking flunk English?
I really don't want to answer any more questions.
Oh, well, that's tough luck, isn't it? Because you're going to go down to the police department and answer a lot fucking more questions.
And I feel...
Do you have marijuana with you?
No, I do not.
Is it in your car?
No, it is not.
So you lied to him? Probably in his shoe. I used to date someone who smoked weed, and fuck me, they'd find some very creative ways to hide it.
Then why did you say you were going to come over here and blaze? What's the lighter for?
I smoke cigarettes. They're in my car.
Yeah, sure.
Again, you see how this looks.
I know how it looks, and I'm
a
sorry.
32-year-old guy who deals with kids all the time comes over to visit a 13-year-old girl who's alone after a discussion about smoking marijuana together.
Yeah, it looks inappropriate as fuck.
Sir, I understand this. I'm sorry.
You understand this, but you're consistently just sort of like brushing it aside. I understand. Yeah, sorry about that. But, you know, let's forget about it. No, I'm just going to go. Can you tell me where the back door is so I don't have to get called by police? Because you know I'm a good guy. I'm a good Samaritan.
Did you blaze? Yes. You're my soulmate. You call a 13-year-old girl a soulmate?
We were just talking.
No, I don't say this lightly. I've never, ever, ever called someone my soulmate talking on an app. Ever. That means you've been talking for what, like a couple of days or something? Like, that's a manipulation tactic by predators because they're doing the love bombing where they're saying, you're my future, you're my soulmate, you're my this, you're my, like, you're going to be the love of my life. Like, when that happens so quickly, I'm not saying you can't say that to people after you've known them for a while, after you've been on dates and stuff like that, obviously. Especially, you know, if you're both of age. But when you immediately, within like a few hours of knowing someone or a few days of knowing someone or something, are love bombing them, that's a manipulation tactic. And by predators, it's a way to prey on fucking teens. Because all people want at that age is to feel special.
Come on, please.
Come on, you're 32. You got nothing else to do on a Sunday?
I'm gonna watch football.
Why do they all feel the need to watch football with a 13-year-old kid in an empty house with no adults bar them? Isn't football like ridiculously long in America as well? Like 5+ hours or some shit? And you wanted to sit next to a 13-year-old on a sofa in an empty house for like 5+ hours? I just imagine if this was genuinely a girl who was 13, who was on her own, who'd invited this guy around, and he took advantage of her during that 5 hours. Oh, it makes me so upset.
Yeah, here with a 13-year-old girl after you blazed. You see how this looks.
I know how it looks. I'm very sorry.
He's not sorry. That was such a throwaway, oh yeah, I'm sorry. That's not an apology.
May I please leave?
No, you may not.
There's something you need to know.
Is there cops?
There's something you need to know.
Please.
I'm Chris Hansen.
No, you're not.
You didn't notice the H versus P at the top of that piece of paper you were so glaringly looking at? Did you just see your face, like, plastered all over those messages?
Yes, I am.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
So he knows who Chris Hansen is then, obviously.
Please let me go home, guys.
fucking cameras, like, right in his face. Like, here you go, bitch.
Sir,
Guys,
it'd be best if you went out this door.
No, because I'm gonna get arrested. I know what's gonna happen. Sir, I really can't afford to do this.
You can't afford. Don't worry, sir, it's free. I totally stole that joke from the comments, by the way. That's a chef's kiss comment.
I'm really not here for any malintent.
You're not here for any malintent. You were gonna be smoking drugs with a 13-year-old. That is fucking malintent. Oh, that was also cute and your soulmate. That's malintent, bitch.
I really can't. Please do not.
But look at the chat.
I really just want to.
You look directly at the camera!
Please let me go home, guys. I'm gonna get arrested going that way.
The reason he's going to this guy is because that's his uncle. That's gotta be so heartbreaking in a way. Like, imagine your nephew. You've watched them grow up from a fucking kid all the way to 32, and they turn up at the Sting house. You're catching predators who are fucking sexting. Oh my god, that's gotta be so hard to deal with. I don't know how he kept his cool. I would have lost it.
Please, no, I can't. I can't. I won't.
I think that's as well why he feels like he could push it. I can't, I won't. I think that's why he felt like he could, because obviously he knows him.
Please.
You can't go this way.
Please, man.
You can't go this way.
Guys, this is horrible.
Good bitch, it should be. You were going there to be inappropriate with a fucking 13-year-old.
This is horrible.
There's only one way out, through the garage, where the Fairfield, Connecticut cops are waiting with a pair of handcuffs with his name on them.
And a taser.
Police. I know.
Turn around, put your hands behind your back.
Please.
Put your hand behind your back.
Guys.
So yeah, it's like pulling, and that's why they're starting to get agitated, because they don't know what he's going to do. They don't know what's necessarily in his pocket. Because I don't know if they have cameras in the garage. I think it's just in the little room off where Chris comes out that they've got all the cameras and everything. So I don't know if obviously they saw him take the stuff out of his pockets and put it on the thing to show that he didn't have anything in his pockets. But I mean, he could have had something in his waistband. You don't know.
Hands behind your back.
Listen.
There's 4 police officers surrounding you. Comply.
Instructions, okay? Just calm down.
Just follow the instructions. We'll explain everything. No, just relax.
Yeah, he's getting very, very agitated. I can understand why they may feel the need to use a taser.
Please, I can't.
If this was another situation, he'd be down on his fucking face on the ground. In other TCAPs, they've literally... There was a guy in a ghillie suit who, like, took someone's legs out and got them on the ground. Police on the ground! But here, it's just so tame, and they're giving him a lot of fucking chances.
Manzi argues with the cops, and while he's not resisting arrest, he sure isn't being overly cooperative.
They got a taser out, and it's on his back.
Listen closely. The cops tell Manzi they may have to pull out the taser.
You're gonna get
Kneel down.
I'm gonna get what?
You're gonna
Kneel down.
I'm gonna get down.
Yeah, you don't want to get fucking tased. And I mean, it was literally like right here. Normally you tase from like further away. That was right on him. That's a shame, really, isn't it? He was so cocksure and laughing a few minutes ago.
Kneel down.
Kneel down.
Yes, because you're committing a crime. Yeah, it's not really in your say-so, is it?
Yes, Mike, we are. He takes off his jacket before posing for a mugshot. His t-shirt is a math equation.
Betty thought it was so fucking cool with that math t-shirt. Wonder if that works with the other 13-year-olds.
It's a t-shirt popular with graduates of MIT, the Massachusetts Institute of Technology. But he didn't go there. He got his degree from a small New York college.
It's popular with graduates of MIT that he didn't graduate from. That's actually a really good burn.
As he's booked, he bites his fingernails.
He's nervous. That's the nervous thing.
And then he's fingerprinted before he decides to waive his right to remain silent.
Again, I'm not a body language expert, but the way he's covering himself like that, we cover our vital organs again, I think, when we like we're being attacked or in a situation where we feel intimidated, so we can also like try and appear smaller. Don't take my word for it. I'm not a body language expert by any means. Watched a lot of Observe in the past. I actually haven't watched him like most of this year. Sorry, Observe.
During the interrogation with the detective, Manzi fidgets a lot.
Again, that's nerves and anxiety when you're constantly moving around.
He lets out a big sigh, but it's understandable. He's on the hot seat in the ice-cold interrogation room.
JCS Criminal Psychology talks about this, where in certain interrogation rooms and techniques, they put the person in the corner when they talk to them. And the reason they do that is so that they feel cornered. It's so that psychologically get into that mindset of, again, I'm being attacked. You're more likely to admit to the crime you've been arrested for.
I do. I understand the age difference.
It's important that you understand that.
You still turned up, but you understand the age difference.
I do. I understand the age difference, and and that's why I really was not intending on doing anything with this girl.
But you talked about doing stuff, even if it's just smoking fucking drug with someone underage. Again, chat can get you fucking charged. You're not that smart.
What'd you think when she said she was 13?
I really felt like there was definitely a position that she was putting herself in.
No, I think you'll find that you as a 32-year-old were putting her in an inappropriate position by talking to her about inappropriate things. 13-year-olds don't fucking know. They don't know any better. It's meant to be the adult's responsibility. There's a reason why there's consent laws, because people who are underage don't know any better. It's meant to be the adult's responsibility to make sure they don't put children in the position he was putting her in.
She said that her mother was coming home today.
Right.
Until about 6 o'clock.
So you thought it was a good idea to go around when the mother wasn't there? What is the logic?
So I was gonna go there. I was gonna go hang out. And if her mother ended up
turning up and seeing a 32-year-old with a 13-year-old, she'd have every right to call the police. Where are you going with this?
Coming in, I would have explained to her what was going on. But that, besides that would have been, that's all I would.
And you think she would have been okay with that? I would have just explained to her that her daughter was talking to someone older, aka me. So I thought it was a good idea as someone older to come round and spend time with your underage kid rather than reporting the profile, or at the very least trying to contact her parent to say, did you know your underage teen is talking to people over the consent age, who are adults, who should know better than to talk inappropriately with.
Were you guys going to go out to eat or anything? I know you guys talk about food a lot in here.
We did talk a lot about food, but we didn't.
I was getting hungry kind of actually.
I wasn't sure. I have no idea.
If he did say he was going to go out with this teen to go get food, how do you think that would look? A 32-year-old guy with a 13-year-old, who, let's be honest, he'd probably be inappropriately touching because that's his soulmate. He could literally be her dad. He could have been 19, had a kid, and by the time he's 32, that kid would be 13. Do you know what I mean?
You guys talk about weed a lot. We
spoke about that a little bit.
And you think that's appropriate to do with a 13-year-old? Do you think her mum would have been okay with you talking to her 13-year-old about weed?
Yeah. Was the plan to smoke and eat?
I mean, I was planning on trying to, just like I said, being there, making sure things were okay. I would have definitely sat down and ate. I would have hung out.
Where are you going with this? I would have definitely sat down and ate while a 13-year-old just sat there and watched me eat. You're not a good Samaritan. You're not a good person. You're a piece of shit predator.
I'm going to do some yoga later, LOL.
How's your downward dog?
You remember what you said?
No, I don't, but you can.
How's your downward dog?
Well, okay, yeah, but that's a yoga move still.
Unfortunately, that's the most sexual thing he said, hence why he gets a lighter sentence. But he still called her cute multiple fucking times, and called a 13-year-old at 32 his soulmate multiple times. But he's a good Samaritan, right?
It is, but
yeah,
come on.
I mean,
I'm a guy, you're a guy. I get it.
You were consistently inappropriate in other ways, and therefore that was very leering, almost flirtatious.
So you're putting a 13.
Foulness, yeah, that's a great word for it, Mike. Yeah, foulness. You're being foul with a 13-year-old. Yeah, I'd agree.
13-year-old girl into some sort of danger. A 13-year-old who can't make those decisions and judgments on their own.
They cannot fucking consent. Therefore, you are a danger, Mike Manzi. You're not a good person. You're not a good Samaritan.
Because Manzi never sent any sexual texts, he was charged only with one felony: criminal attempt to commit risk of injury to a minor.
See what I mean? Genuinely don't think that's fair.
He pleaded guilty and got a suspended sentence of 3 years and was placed on probation.
3 years! Compared to the 8 and the 10 or whatever it was. I can't remember. He got 3.
Do you think he was up to more than just sharing a joint?
Obviously. He called her cute and his soulmate.
I don't know.
You can tell he's good at talking quick. Really scary that he was around children for a living. Maybe that's why he thought if the mum turned up, he would be able to sort of manipulate her into thinking he was okay and get out before maybe she called the fucking police. But he didn't go to MIT, he graduated from a small New York college. I fucking love how Chris just had to slide in a little extra stab there. What an icon. Did you know if you tell police that you can't afford to be arrested, they're not legal to arrest you? Police, put your hands behind your back. Please guys, I can't. Alright boys, you can't. So let's pack it up and go home. The fact that these idiots walk straight into a stranger's home, whom they've never met in person, never ceases to amuse me. They don't even stop and think for a few seconds if the person on the other side they're talking to is really a 13, 14-year-old child. There's a YouTube channel, well, there's a few YouTube creators that have done these similar things where they create usernames and they go around messaging these people, and then eventually these people turn up. One of them was a big YouTuber at one point as well. And they literally catch these people, and because they're not working with the police, obviously they can't get arrested. But obviously it gets their faces out. Aftermath. He did not have to register as a sex offender. No years on the sex offender registry whatsoever, even though he turned up. Hello. You alright? You can do it. He wants my attention because I've been sitting here for like over an hour. He later moved back in with his parents after being unable to find any more tutor work. I wonder fucking why. Even being heckled in public spaces by people who recognised him from the show. Don't be inappropriate with a 13-year-old, and this wouldn't have happened. Manzi was caught on Reddit by observant fans of the show based on comments he was leaving on posts. Hello. Manzi claimed pieces of his catalog were missing from the copy. It doesn't really matter, you were still talking about being soulmates with a fucking 13-year-old. Like, I don't know what context anyone needed. Including evidence that dismisses any predatory implications, such as Mandy trying to buy edibles off the decoy. What? You were trying to buy edibles from a 13-year-old kid? Why do you think that makes it any better? If he wasn't actually going to do anything sexual with her, he would have groomed her. I'm 100,000% fucking certain. Again, that could be why he wasn't that worried about meeting the mother, because if he was doing anything or touching her, he could be like, oh, let me become friends with the mother, and then in a couple of years when she's more of age, then the mother will like me enough that I can fuck her daughter.
It's a rainy night in Connecticut, and this 40-year-old guy...
Another 40-year-old. Why are you talking to someone who's like 13?
...thinks he's going to cuddle in bed.
Even that's really creepy. Just saying that he wants to cuddle in bed.
We're working with the Fairfield, Connecticut police and the online predator watchdog group Tetrad Core. They post profiles on apps like Whisper using innocuous pictures of actual underage girls.
Do you not think that's kind of creepy that they've got consent from actual underage teens to use on predators' websites? I don't know what Whisper is, but I assume that Whisper is like an app that teens use or something. Like, I remember when I was a kid, it used to be like chat rooms. You used to be able to go to different chat rooms on different websites related to whichever topic you wanted to talk about. Because I remember, was it him or something like that? I can't remember. Obviously, predators use chat rooms and things like that to try and prey on underage people. So, but it's just weird that they use underage teens' actual photos.
Dupay contacts not one, but two of our decoys. One we'll call Brittany and the other Bailey.
So he didn't just do this once, he's done this twice. He's messaged an underage person, two different underage people. So he had full intention. This wasn't just a, oh, well, you know, I was lonely. Well, if you were lonely, how are you talking to two underage people and not just one? Because one surely should have been enough anyway.
This phone call will creep you out.
I'm like preparing myself for the phone call because it is really, really creepy.
Hello. Hey, you. Hey, baby.
Oh, can you imagine him actually saying that to a 13-year-old? Yeesh.
The text messages he sends are even more disturbing. He calls the youngster baby. Dupay likes to be called Boo.
Hey, Boo. I'm all fresh from the shower.
I wish I smell your body, baby.
He wants to smell a 13-year-old's body. I don't know how police investigators who have to talk to these people stay at all calm and don't physically retch. Because I'm starting to feel nauseous.
Baby, I think it's gonna be amazing for me and you when our bodies are touching and I'm inside you and we're kissing. OMG.
He's talking about being inside a 13-year-old. A 40-year-old man is talking about being inside a 13-year-old. And that he's excited about that.
Online, Dupay uses fake names like John Santoro.
Yeah, they'll never figure that out.
He claims he's 30, but he's actually 40.
Being 30 and talking to a 13-year-old makes it no better. If you are as appalled and feeling nauseous like me, you'll love the end of this, so just wait.
He calls Bailey from his cell phone.
Hello. Hey, boo. Where are you? I'm outside.
God, I'm outside. It sounds so... Did you ever watch that movie, When a Stranger Calls? Where there was that babysitter who was at this huge house and was getting these really creepy calls. I don't know, for some reason, like that, I'm outside, reminds me of that.
More than a dozen hidden cameras throughout the Sting house capture his every move. Our fence cam captures him going to the door with a bag of gifts. Our decoy is a 19-year-old theater student who could easily pass for 13. She takes him inside, where our kitchen cam records the conversation and my confrontation.
What did you bring?
Presents.
What do you got? Show me.
It's how he just starts getting so close to her. That sinister music. Why was that sinister music not on every single predator? Because just because he looks like a fucking predator doesn't mean none of the others were just as fucking creepy.
Chips.
Nice.
She is so fucking creeped out by him. I'm gonna screenshot her face at the moment. Her face looks like, please don't fucking come any closer to me.
What kind is it? Thank you.
She asked for snacks, and he's more than happy to oblige.
So undeniably fucking creepy. He looks like a fucking serial killer. He looks around, escapes that she could dart to or something. I don't know, like, it's just giving me not just predator creeps, but like serial killer creeps. But I'm not saying he is one. I can't remember if I've said this before. When you're a woman especially, and you go on dates like I've had to in the past, you have to listen to your gut. If you feel like you're getting any sort of creep factor from this person, walk away. Doesn't matter how suave they are or good looking they are or how much money they have, it doesn't matter. Trust your gut.
Bag of chips, a caramel covered chocolate bar.
Ooh, caramel covered chocolate bar. I thought we just brought in dark chocolate. Who the fuck has a caramel covered chocolate bar? I don't know why I'm so intrigued by that. I think it's just because I'm hungry.
It's so nice to finally see you.
What's up?
This is crazy.
Are you nervous?
Yeah, I'm really nervous.
Why?
I don't know, I've never done this. Have you?
No.
He says as he's got another fucking girl on his phone.
So what do you want to do?
A hug?
I don't know.
They all want to go in for the fucking hugs. Jeff wanted to go in for the hug. Now John Dupay wants to go in for the fucking hug. When you're of age, it's not too bad, but a 40-year-old asking a 13-year-old for a hug, there's just something so fucking inappropriate. I mean, I know, they're all fucking creepy.
Oh.
Hey,
I don't think he liked being called Boo. Just watch his reaction.
seat right around that stool right there front, please.
Look at his face! He's so annoyed!
No, right there. Please have a seat. Right there. Set the phone down, please.
They're so compliant. Look how, like, straight up. When he was with her, he was sort of hunched over and trying to appear smaller, maybe because she was younger. Again, that's like a manipulation tactic from predators. Whereas with Hansen, because he's an intimidating figure and he's got him sat down so at a completely different height level, he's immediately sat up. The body language is so different. It's interesting how the body language just immediately changed.
What is your plan here tonight?
Just hang out, watch football?
Hang out and watch football with whom?
With her.
Who's her?
I'm sorry. How do you just so naturally, like all of them, just so naturally, oh, just hang out? Just hang out with a 13-year-old. We were just going to hang out. As if that's even any little bit normal. At their house with no parents around. They're not babysitting. He wanted to come over to be inside this girl and kiss her. Like, oh, just hang out. I'm just going to hang out.
With Bailey.
And do you know how old Bailey is?
The fucking orange tone on that camera kills me. Cinnamon Toast Ken pointed it out, and I have not been able to unsee it.
She's 14.
14.
Mm-hmm.
She told you she's 13. Not that that matters.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that Jeff was going so hard about, well, she said she was 14. She was 14. She said she was, I don't know why you keep saying she was 13. Yeah, doesn't matter. 13, 14, 15, doesn't matter. All disgusting. All scummy. Just gross.
How old are you?
Too old.
And why would you at 30 think it would be okay to hang out with a 13-year-old girl home alone?
My thoughts exactly.
I mean, we just hit it off, friends.
You just hit it off with a 13-year-old. What the fuck do you have to talk about? School? You're going to talk about work? Parents can't talk to their kids about work and then give a shit. What the fuck did you hit it off with? This is why in some ways I wanted to see the chat, but also I really don't want to see the chat because just him saying that he wanted to be on side of her was enough to make me want to be sick.
You hit it off with a 13-year-old girl.
We were just talking.
Just talking. Well, now you're here. This is more than talk.
And talk can get you put in jail anyway, let alone showing up to hug a 13-year-old fucking girl and wanting to hang out and watch football and kiss her and be inside her.
I know, we just came to hang out. You know,
What, get a hug?
And watch football.
Watch football?
Yep.
Who's playing tonight?
Steelers and the Ravens.
That's the only good answer he ever gave. He had prepared for that in case someone had asked. He was ready with that answer. In the wiki thing, they'd say like it's a snappy answer. It's not a snappy answer. It's a prepared answer.
I had no intentions with nothing.
No intentions of...
Nope.
You had no intentions. Then why the fuck did you say you were going to kiss her and you couldn't wait to be inside her? Yeah, no.
So what do you do at UPS?
I was a package handler.
Package handler. You're not there anymore?
No.
What do you do now?
Nothing.
Besides go online and try to talk to young girls?
I don't try to talk to.
You don't try to. You spoke to two underage girls. So it's just as well you stop that sentence.
I mean, I just try to find a girl to talk to.
Apparently you have a preference for underage girls.
And hang out, whatever.
And how many times have you done this with somebody who's 13, 14 years old?
Never.
Never talked to another girl who said she was 13?
No.
Well, who's Brittany?
Who's Brittany?
He looks like me when I pretend not to have known I made a mistake. I'm like, oh, I had no idea. That's a shock to me.
That was the other girl you were talking to.
When was this?
Delayed silence is to be like, let me try and think out of how to get around this.
So you say to Bailey on Whisper that you're 30, how old are you? She says 13.
This thing, he knew she was 13. JC starts looking around and he's jutting his chin out. I don't have a full understanding of body language movement and how that feeds. I just know this is a very I want to say this is like they're feeling attacked. They're trying to appear bigger than they are in defense.
You say, you're not 13 in that pic? Yes, I'll be 14 next month.
The fact that he comments on picture, oh, it's so gross. Like he's recognising that he's finding a 13-year-old attractive.
That's pretty clear. You remember that, right?
Mm-hmm.
You do. This does not look very good for you, John.
See the sweat on his forehead. I think he's clenching his jaw as well, possibly.
The chat, the appearance, the dark chocolate. Did you bring condoms with you?
So you were going to have unprotected sex then with a 13-year-old? I don't know what's worse, because they're both bad, but I guess unprotected is worse because obviously that opens up to the fact that she could get pregnant, and now it's illegal in a certain number of states to have an abortion. It's kind of like, would you rather be stabbed or shot? Either way, something bad is going to happen to you, you know?
But you see how this looks.
Absolutely.
He just doesn't care how it looks.
I mean...
Why don't you just tell me what you were really up to?
Just to hang out, get to know her.
Why are you trying to get to know a 13-year-old fucking kid?
You know?
Get to know her.
Yeah.
And if you were the parent of a 13-year-old girl, would you be comfortable with that?
Fuck no. I don't have kids. I don't want kids. But oh my god, you don't want to put me in a room with a predator. I would let out every little bit of fucking rage I have.
I mean, it depends if I'm a good person.
What kind of answer is that? It depends if I'm a good person. No. Anyone who is over the age of fucking 18 years old, well not even 18, talking to a 13-year-old, doesn't matter if they're a good person. They are preying and grooming a 13-year-old to fucking have sex with them. There's nothing good person about that. I actually can't believe he just said that. That's worse than some of the stuff that Jeff said.
You know, like...
Yeah, but typically good people don't meet strangers online, talk about sex, and then go over to visit, and within 3 minutes ask for a hug.
Sorry, I probably won't even be able to include this because the amount of fucking copyright blockers I got last time. But that moment where he's like trying to think, I can imagine, you know that monkey with the symbols? It's just like, there's just nothing going on in there. He's probably genuinely racing around trying to figure out a way out of this. But all I can picture is from Fallout 4, just clapping.
I mean, all they did was just ask for, you know, a hello hug. That was it.
With a 13-year-old girl.
With a 13-year-old girl you just talked about having sex with. It's not just a hello hug. It's pushing intimacy on someone who is underage. And again, if you're a fucking relative or something and you want a hug from your 13-year-old niece or something, that's fine. As long as you're not being inappropriate, that's fine. But asking for a hug when you've just said you can't wait to be inside of and to kiss is context that is necessary.
Walked right in the house.
Well, she told me to come in.
So that makes it okay. A 13-year-old telling you to come in the house. Again, it's this like victim portrayal mentality. This is like entrapment. Therefore, I was just doing as I was told. I was being a nice guy. You're not being a nice guy, you're preying on a fucking 13-year-old. I know I've said a lot of this before, but it bears saying again.
Does that make it right? Knowing that she's 13.
Oh, I wouldn't have never just walked in.
He just doesn't get it. He doesn't get the fact he went into a 13-year-old's house where he knew the parents weren't there and he wanted to do sinister things to this. He doesn't get it. He does not fucking get it. Why would I not be surprised if he's one of these people that keeps saying, like, maps are people too? You don't know what maps are. Minor attracted persons. They wanted to be included into the LGBTQIA plus community. And I swear to Christ, where do they get the audacity?
You know, without talking to her, you know, without getting her okay.
You should be getting the parents okay. Because do you really think the parents would be okay for you as a 40-year-old fucking man? 30, honestly. Spend time with their 13-year-old daughter? Because I doubt it. Also, this guy has a fucking kid. I just remembered that. He has a son, I think. I hope he never, ever, ever sees that son.
Now, you talked about spending the night here tonight.
Spending the night with a 13-year-old. I know I said this before, but I can't imagine saying that or doing that at 33. Like someone 20... Like, I'm just thinking even of myself when I was 13. Even me, as a 33-year-old, spending time with the 13-year-old me from 20 years ago. It screams creepy. I don't care if it's a man or a woman. Like, it just screams fucking creepy.
Well...
Yes or no?
It depended...
It shouldn't depend. It shouldn't depend. Why would you want to spend time overnight with a 13-year-old?
You know, like, if she had to wake up in the morning, you know, like, if I was going to stay here...
Did she have to go to school?
She said she didn't have to go to school today.
Is that not a red flag? This person doesn't have school, so I can stay over. You're not 15, 16, 17. You're 40. How do you even normalise that?
Okay. I'm in tomorrow.
So you could just spend the night and hang out with a 13-year-old girl. That's cool.
Well, I mean, I didn't plan on it.
I mean, you clearly did from all your text messages.
You talked about it?
I mean, I was going to leave after the football game.
Says you know you've been caught.
Unless you spent the night.
No, I didn't plan on spending the night.
Yeah. Sounds like you were going to have a special little night with your 13-year-old date.
13-year-old date. I can't get over how creepy that is. Having a date with a 13-year-old.
I mean, all I was doing was just coming here to watch the game.
Look how much he's sweating. Oh my god.
You tried to solicit a 13-year-old girl online using graphic sexual language.
And that language can land you in prison, let alone you turning up. So, congratulations. Again, I'm glad he wasn't actually talking to a 13-year-old. Can you imagine if he turned up a 13-year-old's house? Oh.
What do you think should happen to you?
Sorry, let's just wipe away all the obvious sweat because I'm so fucking nervous I just got caught.
Sir, I'm not like that and a bad guy.
I'm not a bad guy. He wanted to spend an intimate night with a 13-year-old to be inside her and to kiss her and to touch her. But he thinks he's not a bad guy. What the fuck does he think a bad guy is? The amount of trauma that somebody has to go through to get over or to move past that trauma of being raped. And he was going to do that to a 13-year-old, but he thinks he's not a bad guy.
Tell her I would love to be the first guy to make you blank.
But he's not a bad guy, right? He wants to be the first person that makes this girl come. At 13. But he's not a bad guy, right? Jesus.
If you wanted me to, and I wanted to, feel me inside you, baby. Has that line ever worked for you before?
With a 13-year-old?
No.
Then why do you do that now?
There was no, I mean...
Well, what am I to make of this?
There was no intentions made by it.
What's the intention then? What is the intention if it's not to have sex? If you're talking about being the first person to make them come, being inside them, kissing them, what other intention is there?
That shows clear intent.
Remember, this is the same guy who made that creepy phone call.
Hey, baby.
Stop it!
Bragging about his mad party skills.
Because he knows a 13-year-old's going to be so impressed.
And then you talk about that you and a bunch of people snuck into a mansion and partied for days.
That was a while ago.
How long ago?
Maybe 8, 9 years ago.
So when you were actually 30.
How does this look? How does that look? John, you tell me, how does it look? If you were me, what would you think?
That I honestly made a mistake.
Made a mistake twice with 2 different underage people saying that you wanted to fuck them. That's a mistake. It's pretty intentional.
You made a mistake. Well, that's true. And how would you define that mistake?
Not to talk to girls like online.
You think this is to stop you talking to girls online? I have no words.
Or try to come over and have sex with them.
I wasn't trying to come over and have sex with
Then why did you say what you said?
John, do you want me to read it again?
No, please don't. I can't take it anymore. It was enough with that fucking jump scare, hey baby. I can't.
What do you mean by that? It sounds like sex to me.
I was just playing with her, seeing...
Just playing with...
Just playing with a 13-year-old. Just sexting a 13-year-old. It's just such normalization language for his behaviour.
I'm not playing with her, but, just seeing, like, where she was, like...
What? Why are you trying to understand if a 13-year-old is willing to have sex with you? That's what he's saying. Why are you trying to understand that? Why are you trying to put feelers out there to find out if a 13-year-old's willing to have sex with you? Like, what?
She was 13.
I mean, I'd never had sex with her.
The backtracking.
I didn't plan on coming here to have sex with her.
Tonight, because I walked in.
And I didn't plan on it.
You didn't plan on it? Come on, you talked about it.
I feel like we're going around in circles. Just send him to go get arrested, Chris, please. It's like talking to a brick wall.
Like, that wasn't my intentions. I talked to her all day today about just coming over, watching the game, and just hanging out.
You talked about salads.
About, like, food and stuff?
Yes.
Yeah, while we're watching the game.
This is a whole different kind of food here that you're talking about.
What? What do you mean? Oh, was he talking about eating pussy or something? Oh, God. I actually was gonna retch.
So what do you think should happen to you, John? You're in a bit of a fix here.
I'm terribly sorry, sir.
Apologise to her.
Well, there's something you need to know, and that is I'm Chris Hansen.
I always love the build-up.
And this is an investigation called Hansen versus Predator.
The look on Dupé's face says it all.
He's like, oh, fuck. Oh, this is so much worse.
If you want to leave, you should go out that door right there.
He knows what happens next.
He like runs out.
Our dash cam shows him being hauled off to police headquarters where he's booked.
I don't understand why they all try and stop having their face on camera. The whole interview, you were on camera. You being in the house, you were on camera. Which, by the way, there's this whole thing about the fact that they don't give their consent. They're committing like a fucking crime, therefore it doesn't matter.
Fingerprinted and poses for a mugshot.
I wonder what he was thinking in that mugshot. Obviously, that's a very visceral reaction he's having. So I wonder what he was thinking. If it was like, oh fuck, I'm gonna get killed in prison, or oh my god, I really messed up. Because obviously it's gonna be about him, it's not gonna be about her.
She's a little girl. Do you see that in the pictures? Do you see she's a little girl?
He was attracted to that little girl. It's so weird.
Look, if she wanted to have sex tonight, would you have?
No. I swear on my little boy I wasn't gonna have sex with her.
Why does he have kids? Why does he have kids? Why do predators feel the need to have kids? Except to, like, prey on more? It just gives them more opportunities. It's so creepy.
Watch closely and you'll see a classic case of good cop, bad cop in action.
Good cop, bad cop isn't actually an interrogation technique. It's called something else, and I don't remember what it was. Because there's a channel, JCS Criminology or something, that has actual police investigations, and he goes through all of the tactics. Criminal psychology, which I might go through a few of these at some point. If you guys are interested, there are react to... Obviously, I'd have to cut it down quite a lot, because there's a... I mean, his videos are very, very, very in-depth. If you haven't watched him before and you're interested in true crime, I'll link his channel below. It's really, really good.
So you were lying in the text messages?
Huh?
Were you lying to her in the text messages then?
I wasn't gonna have sex with her. I don't even know why I said those things.
Because you're disgusting. Plain and simple.
He said them in the text, and that evidence was so overwhelming, DuPay pleaded guilty to 3 felony counts.
Unlike Jeff Sokol, who tried to fucking plead not guilty.
I was in the other room watching the monitor, and we see this from time to time. The potential predator comes in, almost swoops in on the decoy, and it never fails to creep me out.
Same. It is unbelievably creepy.
At his court appearance, other defendants were taunting him. Apparently, even the most hardened criminals think he crossed the line.
That is one good thing about most criminals, is most criminals don't like other criminals that prey on children. Hopefully, I think, as well, like quite a few of them animals. Sometimes a lot of them even women. I imagine it's not going to be easy for him in prison.
Maybe an indication of what he can expect in prison.
Fingers crossed.
Sentence 8 years, suspended after serving 3. He also must register as a sex offender.
Chris walking in and saying, "Hey boo," is probably the greatest thing I've ever seen. Dude was proud as hell to pull those snacks out of the bag. I think there are actually young girls who don't get to be saved by sting operations. It's so sickening. Yeah, I 100% agree. Imagine being so creepy and vile that the decoy was about to break her character. Peas or datches? I swear I've seen you in my comment section before. If you ever feel bad about yourself, just be glad you're not one of these pedos. Funnily enough, I had a very depressive episode yesterday, so yeah. Never going to be one of those fucking pedos. I'm laughing so hard at the fact that the predator is sweating profusely while trying to explain himself. Okay, so let's have a look at what happened after. At the police station that he visited, the Sting home, he said the girl looked like she was 17 in her profile, but told you she was 13. He claimed he initially didn't think the girl was 13 and that he hugged everyone he encountered. That's what they all say. They urged DuPay to tell the truth. DuPay asserted that he had single and lonely and he had hit it off with the young girl. Why? Stop using that as an excuse. Stop it. Stop it. Being single and lonely doesn't make you a fucking pedophile. I'm single. I can get lonely. Don't fucking go hitting up 13-year-olds. DuPay was informed by a female investigator that it was disgusting and dangerous for a 40-year-old man to be hanging around with a 13-year-old child who was home alone. Just couldn't get that. DuPay claimed that he would have told the girl that they couldn't have sex. That you were there in general means you were a danger. Why don't you understand that? DuPay admitted on bail for a prior offence as he continued to sob. Prior offence, does he mean another underage person? The judge had to stop the plea hearing. The people who were catcalling and making lewd comments were being too loud and ordered some of them to leave. Registered sex offender for 10 years. 10 years is too fucking short. He'll be 50. He can still be a predator. Even if you're 60, you can still be a fucking predator. So, incidents while in prison. In December 2016, while DuPay was still serving his sentence, a Maine police chief expressed her worry to Connecticut State Trooper about DuPay's 33-year-old brother, Brandon DuPay, being under the influence because of his driving. When the trooper smelled marijuana coming from Brandon's vehicle, he asked for him to stop. Why do I care? Police were contacted after the officer reported Brandon's slow, laboured movements, slurred speech, and apparent disorientation. The officers reported that Brandon failed the criteria after performing a standard field sobriety test. Field sobriety tests are bollocks, by the way, because I saw a guy who was going to college or something and he'd just dropped his friends off or something, I can't remember, but basically he was stone cold fucking sober. Field sobriety tests are literally there to try and trip you up. Just breathalyze people. According to reports, a police canine notified officers presence of drugs in the driver's car. The amount of marijuana found inside the car, according to authorities, was less than 4 ounces. Sent to a breath test while at the police station. He was charged with operating a motor vehicle while under the influence and possession of a controlled substance of less than 4 ounces of marijuana. To post his bond, he called his 31-year-old sister. How many of them are there? At 12:25 a.m., he was freed after securing a $500 bond by a bondsman. Brandon's license was seized, and the police informed both of the siblings that Brandon's driving privileges had been suspended. A little more than an hour later, Brandon decided to take the wheel of a 20... Jesus Christ! And quickly swerved off the road, striking a tree. Both siblings were and had to be mechanically extracted. It says both siblings. Does that mean Brandon and his sister, Lindsay? Oh shit. That's really sad. Unfortunately, he must have had some sort of drinking problem or something to think it was a good idea an hour after getting out of prison, while still possibly, I assume, intoxicated. Or maybe he was just angry and driving erratically or something, I don't know. But to get into a car accident an hour after being released and having his license suspended. Eesh. How old was Lynn? 31, 33 and 31. Jesus. It's nothing. I hate to say it, I feel bad for his family. DePay was released from prison July 24, 2018. Following his release from prison, DePay ended up homeless and was last seen at a homeless shelter in Connecticut. In October 2021, DePay was arrested once more for breaking terms of his probation relating to drug charge and sting charges. From October 2021 to June 2022, DePay remained in prison. DePay is now currently free on bail and was back to court September 2022 for another hearing. He has since been residing in a shelter for recovering addicts. So, possibly still homeless. He's either in a shelter or homeless because I guess he's got no family to go to now that his siblings have died. I feel bad for his siblings, not for him. I mean, I lost a family member who died too young just recently, so I feel bad that his siblings died. I don't feel bad that he's struggling because I still think he could be a danger. Sorry. Anyway, if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to give us a like and subscribe if you like that. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and I hope to see you all in the next one.